And I'll tell you what, John Lear, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He explains this. I'll tell you the story what he explains because it'd be better. There was a fella he knew, yeah, and he was like a rich fella, and he was in. They had him in like thingy on the bed in the hospital, and they lost him. And he said to John Lee, when I died, all I could see, I was looking down, and all I could see was everyone rushing around trying to save my life. He went, and all of a sudden, like a vortex thing was pulling me back, yeah. And all of a sudden, I ended up in another hospital, and I see a woman giving birth. And just as I was getting close to the vessel, another orb, light form, came flying in, hit the baby, and then I was sucked back here, and I was alive. They brought me back on the table. Yeah. Now that story, I've heard, I reckon over 55, 56 times the same story. Yeah. And that just makes sense. Yeah. Listen, the seed in the mother, it might be kicking and doing all these things whilst it's in the mother, but don't forget, it's the mum what's keeping the baby alive. It's the mum what's feeding it. Yeah. That seed hasn't got consciousness yet to think for itself. Even the mother's doing it all. Yeah. So as soon as that head pops out into the world, into the oxygen, the vessel, the soul, yeah,
comes in.
Will come in and it'll occupy the baby's vessel. Yeah. And that's how it works.
I've actually heard
women going into 5D world or even the 3D new world, yeah. You'll only see it'll only be her light form, yeah. Because the other soul hasn't arrived yet. It hasn't arrived. When the baby arrives, the soul arrives.
Yeah? Okay. I've heard
they're literally actually showing me and telling me this now as I'm telling it to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because this is important, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah. No, this is why they're showing me now, as I'm telling you now and talking to you, yeah, because I'm going to tell you all now, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't sure, but they're showing me now. And the vessel, as soon as the vessel arrives, the soul arrives. And it's an instant, like, pow, yeah? So you ain't got to worry.
I've heard...
like I've just said, they're showing me. We're going into two positive worlds. Some of us staying, some of us going. Pregnant women, their babies don't get killed in the positive world. Yeah, right. The vessel, will be occupied when the vessel arrives. The soul arrives. They're showing me it now. Boom, 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 ping, ping. Babies' heads. Boom. They're showing me. Yeah, lights. Babies' heads. I can see it. Right. Yeah, it's the first real strong connection I've had in all your videos. That is because I really wasn't sure, and they've just shown me. And they're still showing me now. Babies' heads getting pinged with lights. Now, thank you.
Well, it's funny because the super soldiers, one of the super soldiers, Anthony Zender, he talks about when he came in.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They show me like ping lights in my eyes.
Okay.
I know, I can see you. I've got the message, I can see. I've got it. Wow, that ain't happened before. That's quite mad. Wow, I feel a bit embarrassed now.
So they're saying basically it's waiting for the birth in order for the soul to come in.
Listen, there's a baby born every second, and there's hundreds of souls coming in every second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's why sometimes when a baby is born and it's not breathing straight away, yeah, and I have to pat it and all that, yeah, it's because the soul ain't detecting the vessel like straight away, if you know what I mean, yeah.
Right.
They're showing me that now as well, even. That's yeah. That is what they do. That's how it goes.
Say that again.
Right. When they detect, say the question again.
Well,
what was we on? What are you trying to show me? Talking about the baby, the vessel, weren't we?
Yeah, talking about how the baby doesn't the soul or the consciousness doesn't go in until the baby breathes the air.
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, that's to do. Yeah, when babies don't breathe straight away. Yeah, and it's quite common sometimes.
yeah,
This is where the soul is having a problem. Like, the soul's having a little bit of a difficulty connecting to the consciousness. The 2.2% of the capacity of the brain. It's having it's having a little bit. It has trouble. That's why baby. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't
That is why babies, everyone, and this is news to me, don't breathe sometimes when they're first born. Wow. Yeah. They're showing me. They're showing me. A soul delay. A soul delay. A delay of. Oh yeah. They're just showing me like when they pick the baby, they're picking up the baby and they're patting it around and they're doing being up. They're shaking the consciousness, the soul around. Yeah. The nurses and doctors don't know they're doing that. They just think they're trying to get the adrenaline and the heart pumping and all that lot. No, it's not. Yeah, there's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. I didn't know that. It's nothing to do with that. No, it's to do. Listen, everything's to do with soul, spirit, like light form. Like it's all to do with that. And you know what? I've just learned a little bit there myself just then. Just showing me them couple of things they just showed me. That's quite crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that patting around and getting the baby's a delay of the soul leak. Wow, that's crazy.
So
And I didn't know also, I didn't know that it happened like that, like when the vessel arrived, the soul, boom. Well, I've seen it, like, when other people explain to me about their near-death experience, yeah, seeing other souls quickly occupying and being pulled back and that, yeah. I know they're not lying. They're not lying because I've seen it.
Well, everything about the whole process has been tinkered with by these reptilians. So
And
it doesn't
all
surprise
this,
me.
and all what we've just been talking about in this video so far is way, way, way out of the 78% imagination.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know where to start or where to go on it. Yeah.
Well, that's what
we're talking about.
That's what I keep thinking is there is no way to explain it to them now. There's too much.
Just for the record, listen, I am not playing with it. See how I'm stepping it up now? I'm stepping out on levels. See till the blackout, yeah? I'll be stepping out on a level, yeah? None of you have even heard from Jordan Maxwell, no one. I'm stepping out on levels, trust me, yeah? I've even stepped out level explaining to you about looping and stuff, yeah? Like, no one's ever explained all this to you before. Because a lot of you have been looped and you're so unaware of it, it's just where the sensory of you hasn't connected to the memory, the past memory. And I think most of the 20% over the next week or so, yeah, they're going to be started getting stuff triggered. Yeah. And that's because most of that 20%, yeah, have been on a loop. Yeah. You're aware, you've been aware for a long, long time. Yeah. You're like a proper strong loop, a loop of memory, you know what I mean? Just when you said to me that time, when you dreamt about sinking into the plasma
screen, putting my foot on the window.
I remember that. How many? That was quite far back, Linda, wasn't it? Yeah.
God, I was like 10 years old or something.
Yeah, and I've just had it been put. Like, I've just remembered it, and I thought, like, just them sort of little things, Linda. You know what I mean? You didn't shove it off. You was aware of it, and it's like something that was playing on your head for a long. Although it was a dream, it played on you.
Yeah.
When it plays on you, this is a memory trying to activate. Yeah. And some of you will open up to new other things from that memory what's been activated. And it's like you just saying just then, like, it's
you're breaking up again.
Yeah, it's artificial. It's a huge team effort from different alliances from other galaxies. Yeah. For basically to the highest realm. We've already been there, yeah? Even the 78%, yeah? Their knowledge like different advanced beings on there. Now, what's going on now at the moment? Space Force, Galactic Alliance, and a load of them are coming through all these discs, taking out all the occupied reptilians bases, yeah? They've done it. They're just coming here. They're not far from us, yeah? And I'll tell you what, 3-4 weeks' time, the 78% and after the 20% ain't going to know what's this one. But when they come flying in here and meet up with what's above us already, yeah, this is where, like, it's going to all go like quite. See these portholes, these vortexes here. Can you see where I've scribbled them out?
Yeah.
Well, when the reptilians come in, straight away they want the Earth because it's the most resourceful. Yeah. So shuttle them down, and they made their own negative wormholes here. Look, so they can go in and out for all these discs and everything. Yeah. But that's the reason why there's only 1800 at first, because they only needed 1800. And the first thing they done when they came in here, yeah, the first thing they done was open up a portal to say, I'm getting into it. My connection, everything's working in.
So that weird thing is happening again. Here we go. You're back.
Wow.
I know it's weird.
Everything's good. I've got full internet. My thingy's on full charge. Everything's plugged in. Wow, wait. As I say, wait, listen. The last 3 years, it's gone off big time here. It's gone off rotten, right? Because they had nowhere to go. They've got a barrier been put up all around there. They had nowhere to run. Big Trump said, yeah? No one escapes. No one lives. Yeah? And he means it. Yeah? And they all took out. Yeah? Now, eventually, yeah, when this is all like gone on a little bit, yeah, we'll be all taking the fight to them, yeah, to make sure, because if you're going to wipe the reptilians completely out of the system, that's the plan. It's quite a lot of them. But this here has gave other positives a little bit more confidence. So like, right, we can stand up, yeah, and they're all taking them out all over the galaxies, yeah, it's all going. But I'll tell you now, teenagers will be joining up Space Force in a shop like that. They will be soon. They will be joining up. Yeah, yeah. I'm not joking. Teenagers.
No, I don't think you are.
Teenagers will soon be. They will be joining up Space Force and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll swim alone, bless it. Keep banging on about Space Force. Yeah. He's right. Right. But listen, I'm going to blow Russian away in a minute. But Earth, yeah, is a food source. It's their food source. Yeah. Listen, they even, yeah, if other demonics come along, yeah, and they get offer them a trade, they let them come in here and take us. They let them come in and take us. Yeah. But now listen, we'll get off of this. We're going to show you something big time now, properly.
So can I summarize? The Gateway 10 was the portal. They came in. They took over all these discs.
Yeah. What they done was, Alex is right. They did bring a load of souls.
Here we go again. Oh, here he is. Here he is back again. Oh, are you going to talk about the firmament? So you were saying that the part that got now listen to me. The part that got interrupted was you saying that they came in here, but they did bring resources or terraform the planets.
Yeah.
You were saying that
Greys, you see the Greys, yeah, they're just like a synthetic clone sort of thing. But it, basically they was made as joeys, like slaves, but they sort of like brew their own sort of mind, yeah.
Oh, so they populated the planets with the Greys.
Yeah, they populated.
Oh, okay.
They populated everything with everything, yeah, as foot soldiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
you went all demonic, like it makes this noise, like you freeze, but then this noise comes out. And it goes. It's the weirdest thing. It's happened 3 times. It's the weirdest thing. But
it might be someone out. It might be something out of the system trying to block us.
That's what I think.
I did tell you the other day. Yeah.
But anyway, so I that was important. I wanted that answered. The Greys. That's why the Greys are here, because
the Greys have got their own agenda. Yeah.
Right.
They've got their own agenda, and the reptilians, they know that they've got their own agenda.
Yeah.
Now listen, if the reptilians have had their way, yeah, Trump and all that lot, and they all had their way, and because the Galactic Alliance had to step in, it's getting too out of hand. They had to step in and out. Yeah.
Right.
If they had their way, the reptilians. You see the 1-2% who's been selling us all out, thinks they've got the golden ticket, yeah, yeah. No. They would have been killed with us after, yeah. And see the Greys, they would have took all the Greys out as well, because they know they've got their own little agenda, and they don't need the Greys no more. You know what I mean? They know they're just about to die out and that anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other one, the other ones Alex goes on about, the articulants, you know, the little Greys what look like children.
Yeah.
they leave a lot of information on the fence, yeah, for kids.
Oh, they do.
Kids. And I'll tell you who picks up the information all the time, 24/7. But especially if they're non-verbal, yeah, autistic and Asperger's children.
Oh, really?
Yes, because where they've been fucked up by injections, they've got metal what's broke through the brain-blood barrier, and they've got mercury and aluminum and barium what's embedded in their brain cells. Yeah, this is what causes high sensory and meltdowns and all this sort of thing. Yeah, and the smashing of the head.
Oh, this is also interesting. And every time I start to get an answer, and look what happens. Oh, there he is. So did the reptilians create the Greys?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, they're the foot soldiers. Yeah.
There you go.
Foot soldiers. Yeah. All these other little ones, yeah, what you see flying about and abducting, and you see the ones with their long necks and what, they're all in the same league. They're all in the same boat. They all works for them, yeah. And these are the ones what makes all the deals with the governments and all that sort of thing, yeah. And they turns up like shit in the fields, basically, yeah. They does all the crop circles and that for them and all that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts, yeah. But,
so the firmament.
When they came here, they've re-engineered the place. They've kept a few things in place, but they put a couple more lenses in, a few more lenses in, yeah, so they can take the piss out. I'm just about to tell you, yeah. I call this the world of Oz, yeah, because it reminds me of, you know, when they're looking in the ball with the witch, and she's going, Arnie M, she's going, and she's Arnie M, like that. Like, she can see her, but she can't see her. She can see in, but she can't see out. She's going, Dorothy, isn't she?
Yeah.
But Dorothy can see her, but she can't see in. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah? They're showing you. They're showing you. Yeah. Right. Listen, and let me tell you, everyone. Yeah. Eric the Boy, Ken Buster, and all you other geniuses out there. Listen. We live in an optical illusion. Yeah. Optical illusion. 1, 2, 3, 4 lenses. This then's what goes over the top of us, right? Yeah. Listen, the sky ain't blue because it reflects off the water, all right? And all these other things you hear from all the scientists and all the specialists and right? No. This is a plasma screen. Yeah. At night time, this plasma screen is the most advanced technology on our planet. Yeah. It's got all little gadgets and all little sensors and nerve systems, and they can turn the sun and the moon is like a hot and cold tap. The sun, yeah, is warm and hot light. The moon is cold light. That plasma screen reacts to warm light and cold light. At night time, that gives you a little sneak view, yeah. And the only reason why
that all of the here he is again. Okay. Oh, look at pedo symbols.
The more I get in depth, yeah. Right.
I know, it just keeps shutting it down. Who created just real quick, who created the benevolent Greys?
The benevolent Greys.
Yeah, Alex Collier was talking about them, saying that they look like children.
Oh, yeah, the benevolent. I'm not sure. Do you understand?
Okay, all right, that's fine. I just was curious.
You know what? When I've seen them, they're always with another. They're always with another positive, yeah, but a different one. So they're well liked.
Yeah,
they're really liked. Yeah, they're really, like I said, they're really good healers. They are. They're good
well, that's
healers.
what Alex Collier said.
Films, this is where they get the God thing from. You know, when like healing hands and all that thing. That's where they get it from. Them, yeah, because they got healing hands. Benevolence, wow. Said they're very good healers. Yeah.
So they
travel. See, their benevolence. They travel miles to heal something.
Well, I was just trying to explain this ice wall thing and the firmament thing.
Just quick for you, Varshan, as well, fella. When you look down on Earth like that, it looks like an eye. Now, listen, all of you out there now watching this. What does that look like to you?
It's like an eye.
Right, now look at the bottom of the disc. it looks like the back of the eye, the thingy, what connects to the brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now at the bottom of our pole, you've got the black sun. Yeah. Now the reason for the black sun is because the reason for all the poles, yeah, on all
is the black sun is at the very bottom of
they
the
act like
page.
valves. Yeah, we are one, and that is to send up negative magnetic fields and negative. You see the northern lights.
So I think what he's saying is the black sun is down there to open up negative portals or something down there. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I really don't. Should we keep trying? Oh, there you are. It keeps happening.
Yeah, I've told you though, but nothing's going to stop it though. Nothing's going to stop it. Even if it keeps, like you say, if it keeps coming back in, nothing will stop it. Yeah, because it's got to be said. It's got to be. Listen. I don't know how I come across you all out there, but let me just say that. I can't remember the last time I was wrong.
Okay, the black sun is that dot down at the bottom. That's it. Okay. And what were you saying? What were you saying about that? Because that's when it all went bad.
The black sun is like a negative charge. Yeah, it's like all these. Yeah, have got like the right magnetic fields and oxygens and that all coming up. That's why I call it the tree of life and that. Yeah, it's got all the right stuff pumping in. But you see, on some, I think it might be on this, but on this, the reason why you've got like different realms is because in each realm is different magnetic fields and different oxygens for different seeds, different beings, yeah, of what they need, basically. Yeah, so you might have different gases, different oxygens and magnetic fields in each realm. So whatever entity or being is in that realm, they can breathe. Yeah.
But now, hold on. Is this for a food source? Is this like a garden?
No, these first two realms, yeah, ain't food source.
Okay.
The middle, yeah.
It's just
we are in a cage, a fridge cage, yeah.
Okay.
Now, pole shifts, ice age, yeah, all the ways they tell you all happened, bullshit. They do it. See that plasma screen, yeah? They can freeze all that. Now listen. You know this big cold period, what we're going to have coming in and that, and all these things is going to cause it, and it's going to happen like this and that. No. They're going to freeze it because when the reptilians put that one in, yeah, they're so confident it was never going to be removed, yeah. It's the right bastard to move. Yeah.
He showed you which each disc goes down like that. So it's like an egg. I was just going over what you were saying. And then I see the shape of that disc. It's the disc on top, but with the dome. And then the underneath part, it's kind of egg shaped because the dome is on it.
Yeah, a little tiny. But don't forget the bottom bit, do cut them down out a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's like the bottom, it's like the bow, the bottom of a boat, yeah? To counterbalance in the curves, yeah? Just in case of something did come past in it as because this was all running good. This was all running good for a while. You know what I mean? And they came in. Listen, there weren't no fallen angels. Everyone, yeah. This bastard came charging in here like Billy the Kid. Yeah, I ain't kidding you. He came in here like Billy the bloody Kid. Yeah, ransacked all these. Yeah, destroyed one of them to set an example and sucked all the souls of that with all the others they got from the other galaxies because they was going to proper fill this middle one up, yeah, overpopulate us. They said, I mean, we don't know probably, it's massive, yeah, but fill this up because it was the condition, all right, we'll do as you say, don't eat us, yeah, make sure you get your food source created quick time. I mean, they did do it quick time, yeah, but what they do, see all our history timeline, it's all bullshit. Roman Empire, dinosaurs, listen. I think only 3 of them existed. They were trillions of dinosaurs, Jurassic Park films and all that. Yeah. I think only 3 or 4 of them existed. Yeah, and and they only existed as a food source at first, yeah? And
Look, we're not going to stop doing this. We have the power to edit. CHRISTAIN21 said something about the bottom like a boat. He compared it to a compass, like that the planets have this bottom like a compass. So if something does come by, it's balancing, you know, out. Now I want him to say that again, and I also want him to tell about when the firmament comes down, what we're going to see. Look at this. They don't want it to happen. And also, I thought he said that Gateway 10 was artificial, that it wasn't an organic portal. It was an artificial portal. And the planets are disks. I want to know, I don't think all of them have a firmament over them, though. And I want to find out what he has to say about that. And of course, he's explaining this firmament thing and what he's going to say about the different they keep destroying everything, and then it comes back as another culture, but it's all the same people. It's all, I was just explaining like where you let off, where they keep coming back and they keep coming back because they keep destroying everything, and then they come back, but it's the same people, it's the same souls that come back. And that's what we have now. We have
see that white light. Let me just tell everyone about the white. You see the white light trap when you die?
Oh yeah, the white light trap. Yeah.
Right? That white light, is an amnesia vortex. That is grey reptilian technology. This is the same technology they use to abduct people out of their houses. Yeah, you know when they say, "Don't look at the light, don't look at the light." Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That, when you die, 9 times out of 10, all souls will go, "Oh, the light." That will suck you in, draw you into that light, into the amnesia vortex, and you go out and in, and you're none the wiser. Right, and you just go again, you go again, you go again, like that.
Listen,
boom, boom, boom.
These super soldiers talk about it all the time. They wipe memories all the time, and they even do it en masse, like to us, like the what do you call it, the Mandela effect, where they've like wiped all of our memories or something. But anyway, so you were saying
some of the souls here are only just from this, from somebody's this. Some of the souls are, they're only just from it, right? But most of them, like Alex said, when they first got started, because don't forget they have to keep these lot sweet, keep to the bill, you know what I mean, for this, while they gradually starting to take liberties. So don't take liberties straight away. Yeah? Don't forget, these people live for thousands of years as well. Yeah? They're patient. Yeah, they're very, very patient. But gradually, that's all set up for them now anyway. Yeah, their main concentration now is to basically infiltrate this place. Yeah, listen. I
feel like the reptilians are bending his voice waves to say something to all of us. I feel like the reptilians are trying to hijack the vibrations of his voice and make it into something else. It's so interesting. I hate it that he's getting cut off like this, and it's really annoying. Anyway, what he was saying was that these souls that are doing this, these entities that are coming down here, these reptilian things, that they keep wrecking everything, you know, like they'll come down here and they'll just crash everything out, burn everything out. And then they die too, but they don't die. They know how to manipulate their own souls. That's what the freaking pyramids is, some of that, where they're saving the skulls and the teeth and the stuff like that, the mummies and all that. That's to save their DNA so they can jump into another clone and come back as the, you know, Phoenicians or something. I mean, every era and every religion has this inky, and I don't know the story. It's the Isis and you know, it's that whole Osiris and Isis story where the father becomes the son or the son becomes the father. Anyway, it's based, I guess, on this whole reptilian war and how it got started between father and son. Anyway, I was going back over that whole thing. And also, you got cut off at such an interesting part. And we were talking about the souls and how the culture and how they keep destroying everything, and then but just, you know, saving their DNA and then coming back.
You know what the real? You know what a soulmate is? You know when I says, "Oh, I found myself." You know what a soulmate is? A soulmate are two souls from the same constellation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I just so happened, yeah, and it happens like one out of 10, like yeah, it could do. You know what I mean? Like I think I've seen a few of mine like just like zip like past me. I think I have. Yeah.
Can you say that thing about everybody you think is dead is alive and everybody you think is alive?
Yeah. Everyone. It's funny because you mentioned it the other day. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. He's been here years. That man been here years. And the Kennedys and the Trumps and the Teslas. I think there's about 9. There's not as many blood, there's 13 bloodlines, and you've got the 26 above them. There's not so many positive families there, but the positive families are like genius. Like, so there's like 9, 10 positive families here, yeah. That's all they need here to outwit 26, 13, 39. Yeah, 39 families can't outwit these 9. Yeah, that's like listen, Trump, yeah, is the master quantum physics scientist on the planet. And the Japanese fella who he knows in Japan, yeah, is who's traveling.
Okay, we can't keep doing this. I have to end this. So I'm going to end this meeting. So I'm going to end this and explain it to him in an email. He can't hear me. And this has just been the weirdest thing ever. And this is Deplorable McAllister, and we'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm here with CHRISTAIN21. We've been having a great conversation, very fascinating. And I said, hold the presses. We've got to start recording this. So you were pointing to something just now, and you were going to tell me about it. I have a question for you anyway, because just to get us started and bounce off what we did last time, I want to know, now you talked about Gateway 10, which I can see clearly on this new graph that you've made up there at the top. And I want to know, it's artificial. You said that, but huh?
This is the barrier. Yeah, this is the barrier. David Wilcock has mentioned it a few times. Yeah, and the Galactic Federation Alliance put that up to stop the reptilians escaping and to stop them entering, to back them up in that.
But before that happened, they came into Gateway 10, and I want to know. They came in through Gateway 10. The reptilians did. Yeah. Did they?
I think. Oh, sorry.
Did you say that they blocked off other portals and they came in through Gateway 10, and that no good energy could come in through Gateway 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you see these vortexes here? Yeah. That's not the. I've only put one vortex in each one just to give you like a rough idea how they're connected. But there's all different vortexes in and out. See the other thing as well. See the difference between gateways and portholes. Yeah. A gateway, yeah, is used to go planet to planet. A porthole is to basically portholes. See when all us lot who shift, yeah, and when we remember everything, when we go to the 5th dimensional, transportation. Yeah, will be most of us will travel through portholes. Like,
oh, okay.
They're just everywhere. But have you ever seen them videos on YouTube and that sometimes? And all of a sudden, someone just walks out of nowhere. And
yeah.
Yeah, but that's true. They're just coming out of another dimension, in and then out. But they're used to it. That's like an everyday thing for them. That's like walk off a duck's back. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they probably realised they came out of dimension and just walked out of it. Like, they know.
So, are you saying that gateways are different from portals, and that? Gateways.
Yeah. Portholes are used more frequent for transportation. A gateway, yeah, is a lot bigger. Usually, I use a gateway to I probably use a gateway to get the moon in it. It's big.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, but that's the difference. That's the slight difference, really.
And also, it seems like portals. It seems like portals go from inside a smaller space, shorter transportation, whereas the gateway goes out into the larger galaxy.
But where are you, Florida? So you're in Florida, did you say?
Yeah. And I'm over by Tampa, but I'm in Venice.
Yeah, so you wanted to go to New York, somewhere like that, yeah? You'll get there in seconds. You just go through the porthole, boom, You're there. That's how it should have been in the beginning. Listen, I'll just say one thing to everyone. Yeah. What happens at the end of all this won't be for everyone, and I think most of the 20% do know this. Yeah? It's not going to be for everyone. Yeah. You've got a lot of selfish people, good people. Yeah. If you go, it's not their fault. It's how they've been programmed. Yeah. But it's been embedded into them, the selfishness and the competition, wanting more than your neighbour and all that sort of thing. And especially when the 20% are looked at as nobodies to the rest of the people because they're not smarter than us. They know it all. They know everything. Yeah, we don't know nothing. We're just all off our heads. Yeah, we're just about to find that out, aren't we? Yeah, but listen, it's not going to be for everyone. The ending of this, you know what I mean? It's but when it comes, it won't be new. It won't be so much new to us, Linda, because as soon as they get us without flash here, we're all going to remember. See the 20% here. We're going to know what it is. We're going to remember everything. We could be flying through the sky, running through a field powerfully. You know what I mean? Like all these different visions, yeah, and all these other different people, different timelines and that. But that's you since you've been here, yeah, and that's going to freak everyone out, especially the kids and that. Bless them. You know what I mean? But
well, I want to know. I want to know who I am and where I came from. But the other question I want to finish this question. You have US and Earth over there, Gateway 10, all of these portals that are inside of our part of the universe that the reptilians have gated off, correct?
Yeah.
They've gated off this whole part.
They left all these, yeah.
Okay.
All they've done was cut off Earth from the rest of them, yeah? Because they said, listen, like I said to you, basically, that's all they said was, they went, listen, we're not gonna kill you or eat you. They did it on some of them. I mean, they're compulsive lies.
They lie, yeah, exactly.
They can't help themselves. They just can't help themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, they destroyed one of these discs. Yeah, I've destroyed one of them to set an example. That's basically what a cartel, government, mafioso would do. They goes in there, don't they? All guns blazing, scares them a little bit, moves in. We just want this bit, carry on for what you're doing. But gradually, yeah, they move in on that bit. What they said, yeah, carry on. You know what I mean? They've done a lot. Listen, liars, bloody hell, mate. I mean,
and sneaky, like you just said, sneaky.
Listen, I'll tell you something now. The 1-2%, yeah, who thinks I had the golden ticket, yeah, right? All the celebrities, all the powerful, like, yeah. Unless you're a Rothschild Rockefeller or a Windsor royalty, yeah, because they are actual reptilian, yeah. Because they wouldn't need their vessels no more. Yeah, if they got their way, they wouldn't need all their vessels. But let me tell you, all the people who's been selling us out all these years, who think they had the golden ticket, yeah, they would have killed them and they would have took the Greys out at the same time. Because they know that the Greys, because what happened was, Greys were created as foot soldiers. But what they've done, they started thinking for themselves, yeah? And they started, because when they was doing the same thing with the blood and that lot, yeah, they don't do it ritually though. Like reptilians, they do it all ritually and black magic and black magically and what lot. Greys don't do it like that.
I just want to say that Alex Collier, Val Valerian, do you know his collections? Yeah. And he has the Area 53 where they make these Greys in vats of adrenochrome.
Yeah.
So they eat the adrenochrome to, you know, that's part of how they are made. They need.
And what they've been doing, why they've been taking a lot of us as well, is because they've been trying to basically use our DNA to change theirs to make them a bit stronger, so they don't have to rely on because reptilians. Yeah, if Greys don't do as they're told, they look. It's like being you know, if your kid's being naughty, you'll take your phone off him, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what would a kid do nowadays without a phone? Like they're suicidal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do. They stop them from doing stuff and things like that. So they just stick by them. But they had their own agenda, and the reptilians knew this. But they would have been all took out, yeah, because they're on their way out anyway. Yeah, all the 1-2% who've been selling us all out, yeah, they would, unless you're reptilian, yeah, you've been going. So all them vessels who sold their souls, yeah, who's occupied by demons, yeah, some of them got body snatched. People like Al Pacino, you know, like the legends, yeah, he's been about for ages, yeah. Most of them are body snatched, and what they do is they sell their soul, and when they get to another sort of stage where they're really, really trusted, they give up their vessel completely to reptilian.
So they kill them basically.
Yeah. Every single famous celebrity person, rich and famous, yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
But Sylvester Stallone, he and they died years and years and years ago. Years ago, they died.
Well, I wanted you to say that thing that you said to me, where you said that as soon as they sign that contract, you know,
as soon as they sign that contract, there's no leak. See, after the third letter, there's no leak. Oh, no, carry it on. You know what I mean? There's no stopping all that sort of thing, yeah. But what they do most of the time is, they get them, is if they're quite good entertainers, good sports celebrities, they're good at what they do. They let's say get their popularity and their fortune up, and once they've got their fortune up, they send like Men in Black, because Men in Black and CIA, they work together. Yeah. And if you notice, whenever you watch a CIA person on YouTube or anywhere like that, he's always ex-CIA, not CIA. He's always ex-CIA, because they drove the good people with the CIA who wanted to make a difference. Yeah, they drove them all out, so they basically could form a hybrid CIA. So they can tell each other everything. They can trust each other with everything. Yeah, they ain't got the worry of a human like going off somewhere going, yeah, like such and such and such. No, they push them all out. Same as with MI5, MI6. Yeah, they all slowly get pushed out. They do keep a few big ones to cover as a cover thing, like they always do with everything. You know what I mean? But
so everybody we're looking at in Hollywood and everything, they've been long gone.
If two fellas turn up at your door at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, in black suits, black hat, faces as white as a sheet, yeah, 8 foot tall, yeah, and they turns up with a kid, a video camera, and a gun, yeah, you know what that's all about, yeah. And they said, listen, if you don't do this, we're gonna rape your missus and your kids in front of you, yeah, kill them, and then kill you. What's he gonna do? He do as he's told, didn't he? Yeah. It's like that Hugh Hefner. He'd been working for this. He was working for the CIA, like donkeys. Because you see, when it started all coming on top for the elites, that when they started all sort of, when it's at the stage like this, like that's all coming on top, like such and such. What they started doing was, they started cloning themselves, right, and faking their deaths, running off down underground, to fool everyone. But no, listen. Trump, Putin, and all the way like this, they're better. They're thousands of steps ahead of them there. Listen, what made me laugh, there was one escape route, right? And it was left on purpose, right? They had no choice. If they wanted to get away or try, they'd have to go this way. And it was headed towards Australia, yeah. This is where some of the Windsors tried to escape to. But it was all, why do you think they just left that route? Knowing that it was going to go down there, and I was there waiting. You know what I mean? It was like you had a lot of the DuPonts, the DuPont family, the French family, all tried to escape there. Listen, no one escapes, no one lives. So if you're bad, you're fucked. Yeah, you're dead. Because bad means you've been drinking children's blood. Yeah, and before people don't see this, right? When it says look in the UK, look Philip Schofield and Holly. Yeah. What do you mean they don't kill kids? Look at them. You're no, listen. When they sign their name over, right, and they do their ritual magical thing, and the reptilians opens up a portal, to let one of their little demons to come in, yeah.
Is that what they do when they have when
they sign your name in blood? They basically kill them, and then the demon comes in, Not always a reptilian straight away, They use demons and evil spirits. They're like tools.
But the person sees it. The person sees the reptilian, they see the demon.
Demons and evil spirits, they come from the planet I was telling you about, where the sun went to, and they all went mad. When they landed there, they got trapped there, and all the frequency and film fucked them all up. But it was basically a demonic spirit. That's it. No, look, it was something bad, And I'd be funny, but how bad luck was that? I mean, first,
he
went to try and impress his dad or whatever, and he ends up taking him and his army to a planet where they all get, basically, they embed the DNA in them, and this is what makes them how they learned about, like, when they knew about adrenochrome and like they used to feed off animals and everything. But humans, when they found out about the humans and like being in Gateway 10 and everything, they thought, oi, we can't go nowhere else. Gateway 10 then it is, let's go. And I just went in here. Listen, they didn't come in here like fallen angels. He come in here like Billy the Bloody Kid.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So I'm really interested in this grid system that they have here, where they inhabited all the planets with grays, and they've been experimenting with all kinds of different ETs and making all kind of different grays.
Yeah.
And they've been populating these disks, planets, and each one of them has the black sun effect, where negative energy.
Yeah, they've got the black sun under us is the most important, the most powerful. Yeah.
Okay.
I think under the rest of them, they haven't put black suns under them all. They put some sort of, probably some sort of like valve technology, advanced valve technology, so they can control it. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
this is they just need these, yeah, to put bases on to keep control of Gateway 10. Yeah,
Okay.
to stop the positives coming in and out on all this lot. Because as soon as the positives got in here, started giving all this lot confidence, yeah, and this lot realising what they're capable of, they would have turned the reptilians. That's what I'm saying. The reptilians are clever. They're crafty. Yeah? And I'll tell you now, the reptilians, yeah, when they say they're really advanced technology, like, listen, the only reason now they're so advanced technology is because when they go and ransack other planets, yeah, kills everyone, they take their technology to make theirs better.
That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know, okay, so you explained the little black suns, that they've got something there, but it's not like ours. But you know,
they've all been removed now. You see, these have all been liberated back now. All these
did any of them have domes?
Some of them have.
Okay.
You know what? I know some of them have been removed, because what they do is they put a dome over them at first, obviously, because when they seek the place, yeah, and they have to, like I was telling you, what you do with marine fish, before you put them in the tank, it takes about a month or so, doesn't it? You've got to keep testing it, test the temperatures. Well, they do that with frequency, oxygen, and electromagnetic fields to get it right for whatever the seed
hybrid.
They've experimented already in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they know what seed needs what frequencies, what oxygens. Because most fifth dimensional positives, yeah, have got 2 lungs. Yeah. And it wouldn't surprise me that everyone who shifts, one of the things what we'll be going through on the next bit is having another lung fitted. So we can, you won't feel a thing. You won't feel a thing. You'll just wake up and there'll be 2 lungs. And basically that means you're going to adapt to different oxygens on other places. You know what I'm saying? But we can see Palladians and the Mayas, they've got 2 lungs. They have 2 lungs. So
yeah, and didn't that what was his name? Valiant Thor.
Yeah, he got 2 lungs.
Have 2 lungs. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Earth is the only place, not just in Gateway 10, the universe, what exists, where people age. Right? And you know what? One of the things I noticed from a kid, whenever I used to go off in a dream, or when I was snoozing, or just walking the road, or walking a dog or something, yeah, I used to think, like, wow, crazy. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about, and something just went into my head. What was I saying just then?
You were talking about we're not supposed to age.
Yeah, we're the only ones for age. Yeah, but they need us to age. Yeah. They give us a small age thingy, so we can die and the soul will come back around up your vessel straight away again.
Well, may I say this, that in that Rothschild manifesto, or whatever it is, it's a covenant, they say that they will have eternal life on this planet, and that we will be the ones that will die. They will have eternal life. So they're going to be body jumping and clones and everything like that, with using our DNA and aging us, and we're dying, So
clones will be banned from all gateways, all planets, or the whole all universes. Clones will be banned.
Yeah.
We don't need clones.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And fifth dimensional beings, normally they can have a menu if they want, but they live on just water and sunlight.
Yeah.
They don't have to eat for months. They don't lose weight, nothing. As long as they've got water in them and sunlight, that's it.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's just nuts. What happens when we don't get enough sun? Most of the time, we all look like shit, don't we? And they wouldn't have earned so much money with sunbed console shops, would they? They earn a killing with them sunbed shops, don't they?
Well, I think it's interesting that Rothschild wrote that with, I guess, Rothschild covenant thing. saying that they have eternal life and we don't, when we're the ones with eternal life.
We are. Reptilians don't have, they can't, they can live for thousands of years, yeah. But once they get hit with certain, the kryptonite to Superman, yeah, they have got kryptonites. But us, we are orbs of light full of knowledge, yeah. We're orbs of light and we know everything there is to know. We just can't remember yet, yeah. And we don't die. We can't die.
Yeah.
Well, you can try and die as much as you like. You can't die. And that's one of the things I was going to say to you. One of the first things they done when they come here, yeah, was get everyone to fear death. Yeah, they had to make sure people feared death. Yeah, that when they're dead, that's it. Boom, that's it. It's all over. Yeah, to make people scared of death. That's
they do that.
Everyone's scared of death.
They do that with these crime shows. And there's a lot of these Dateline and 48 Hours and all these crime shows all over the world.
CBS channels are that's all to keep you watching these killers, yeah? Because like I said before, I said this 100 times, right? Serial killers, child killers, paedophiles, all this sort of thing, yeah, right? The reason why they don't get a lot of prison time, or they get, just for the media, all the papers, they say, yeah, we've given 25 years, 20 years or something like that, yeah? It's very rare. Right? But they let him out on some sort of program 5 years later or something like that, yeah. And the reason for this, and they bank robs up for 15, 20 years. But the reason for this is they need as many serial killers, child predators as possible out in the streets to cover their crimes. Exactly. Don't forget, they're taking 9 million children a year worldwide, year in, year out, more than that, yeah. Breeding babies and all sorts. They've got to cover this up, yeah. And who's the best to cover it up? The biggest child trafficking organisation on planet Earth, CPS. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. CPS. Yeah. Biggest child trafficking organisation in the world. And they're all, you see, like the heads of Child Protective Service, the heads of police, like the police commissioners, judges, they're all fucking reptilian. They're all hot. Listen, when people realise, I said to my mate Paul a few months ago, he's really awake, he's quite awake, yeah, right? I went to Paul, you all think you know who the reptilians are. Yeah, you do, you know reptilians. But when you all find out how many of them there is, right, they could be living along the road from you, yeah? Yeah. And what you'll find is a lot of these deaths and a lot of ambulances, what's pulling up in your neighbourhood or elsewhere, where they've been spraying them with positive stuff, cleansing, yeah, it's been buggering them up and killing them. It's been flushing them out. And this
that's what they've been trying to do to us, spray us.
Yeah, that's been spraying us with bugs since World War II. Yeah, just since World War II. And all that Nuremberg Code thing back then, yeah, that was just a load of bullshit. They just sold their own people, just, yeah, kill them all. You know what I mean? Kill them all. Just get us in America. Do what you want, just hurry out and get us all in America. That's what it was all about. You know what I mean? Ew.
Yeah, what always gets me at the end of those crime shows is they say they find them guilty, they give them 2 life sentences. And then they say he's eligible for parole in 2040. You know, and I'm like, what do you mean he got 2 life sentences? And it is crystal clear that they want these people out on the streets committing these crimes. Crystal clear.
The mugshots? Every last mugshot.
They all have reptile eyes.
Right, yeah. Or you know when they say look at in their eyes, it's just no, it's just dark. It's just dark.
Yeah, black.
Like, they're all bloody mind controlled. They're all under the thing, yeah, and it's computers just go. They're just like, that's why. But this is why didn't people tweak this one? Especially how intelligent he was as well. Ted Bundy, yeah, Bundy, yeah. It's the 7th bloodline, yeah. Let me tell you now, all that him doing his own case, because that wouldn't happen. But doing what he done, that wouldn't happen. He'd be strapped like that in a straight jacket, yeah, strapped in a chair, and he'd have a load of people doing the work for him. They wouldn't let him talk, yeah. Yeah. Well, this is all for show. This is all like to throw you all off of that. Listen, they didn't execute Ted Bundy. Yeah. Listen, what that man done made him a celebrity in the satanic world. Yeah. Yeah. And when they found all the bodies in the forest in them positions, you can see this. This is a satanic site. This is like, and listen, it's crazy. Look, O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby, all psyops, all lies. Yeah. And the reason why you've got to get your head around this, yeah, so you all understand the full weight of the level they've been lying on, yeah. The level these beings have been lying on is just beyond human imagination. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to think of it. Yeah, you wouldn't. Humans naturally are not sick enough. No human is born a killer. Yeah, listen. See tomorrow. Yeah, they could hit me with a frequency or a magnetic field, and I could go across the road and kill 3 people. After I'll go, wow, what have I just done? Yeah, they can turn anyone into a killer, but what they do is they target poorish families when they're younger. You know, when they're like alcoholics who's got like who wax their children about and that sort of thing. Yeah, and most of the killers when they do the CBS film, they go, yeah, he was abused, he was raped, he was put in there. Then he started torturing animals. Then he started doing this and that. Then he got into the big stuff. Yeah, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Well, I really want to know more about what's on your chart thing that you make. That's like way better than the other one that you had.
Yeah, basically, I've just explained basically like how it all works. Yeah, like I tell it, it's all artificial. Yeah, like a shitload of different galactic launches. This is like a team effort. This is
Are the planets artificial?
See, like the reptilians, like the good sort of reptilians, yeah, they was all in on this because it's like galactic law. Like they had to do it as like a respect sort of thing, like But the dodgy little bastard, what come in here with his little like cavalry, he like say he's just being sly and manipulative. He's just keeping the sweetness until that moment they went boom, execute the plan. They completely sold them out at the last minute. They didn't see it coming. And what they've done was left a shitload of them out here fighting. And while they was all fighting, distracting, they slipped in it. 1,800 of them or something, as Polly was saying, And the reason why people think, what, only 1,800? No, because they left like, thousands of them out here, making sure they had like, their bases at all different points on these discs to form a patrol sort of thing, So basically, nothing could come in here, You had like advanced positive beings coming up with ideas, like coming in there, and what I do is every so often when I do a reset, when the reptilians, you see the humanity's history line, like right back from like I don't know how far like the humans can go back. You think you lot can go back thousands of years, but let me tell you, all you scholars and all you master degrees, you can only go back 500 years. You can troll me, abuse me, do whatever you want. I'm telling you the truth. The truth hurts. And I'm telling you now, you'll be lucky that most of you can go back 200, 300 years, and that's being lucky. Why do you think they took all you clever ones from school and put you in another school and in another school, college and university, to teach you the advanced bullshit, to throw you off completely? Because if anyone's going to twig them, it's going to be you lot. But you didn't, because you got your heads up your asses. Simple as, simple as. But let me tell you, the brightest person in the public worldwide, I know for a fact you can only go back 200 years, and I'm going to tell you why, Not only are we underneath a blue plasma screen, a caged fridge, they can see in, but we can't see out, and they bullshit you till the cows come home anyway, right? But you know nothing, because they've kept it all away from you. 500 years, if you're lucky, Listen, what they've done here is brilliant. Look, the sun, see the sun. I love the sun. When I goes on about the sun, on this one as well. The sun, are advanced lenses, just like the front lens at the telescope, the fat one. Oh, my internet's gone unstable. Can you still hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Wow, that went on for a long time, though. We got a lot of information from that one. He was talking about the sun. They still recording.
It's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are. Okay, this is better. Okay, good.
When I first kept on seeing it, I kept on thinking to myself, what's this one over here on its own then? I kept thinking, what's that one over here on its own? I couldn't work it out. They're all connected. Why is that one on its own? And then as it like goes on, and it all they helped me. I'll tell you what. I'll say this to some of you other channels, some offence, yeah. They helped me quite a lot. Yeah, they know I can't read and write very well. See, as well. They know that. They know that I'm not really good at that. So they helps me a lot, yeah.
So I want to ask you, are all the planets that are there, the discs, they're not artificial, are they? They were already.
Yeah, everything in Gateway 10 is artificial. Everything is.
Everything in Gateway.
Everything. Yeah. It was designed for us to come in and experience physical life, all aspects of physical life. Yeah. It's just something like the high positive hierarchy, like the positive one. Yeah. Where everyone was at the highest realm. Yeah. Like done it all and got all the knowledge. Yeah. They thought we need to design something where we can start back down at the bottom again in physical life and mark up in physical life. Yeah, and that's what we've been doing. But up to 6,000 years ago, we're getting back to another going back. When this is all because when I was going to this ain't the ending might be for everyone, and that.
Yeah.
The end. The I've got what I'm saying. The ending. It's gone out of my head again. See, how how's that?
You were talking about, well, you were telling me about everything in Gateway 10 is artificial.
Artificial.
So
yeah,
now I know that.
Yeah, no, it's all artificial. It is. Yeah, it's all.
All was designed
But
for.
listen, when I say artificial, not like artificial what we know. Like they're artificials. Like if you see it, like well, look, you're looking at it all around you, yeah. Like look at.
But maybe a divine creation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Gateway 10, look what I put here, right, is one huge electromagnetic field. It has to be so that everything can levitate and it can work around everything. Yeah. But like I was saying, when I couldn't work out why Earth was here over here, I didn't know what it was on its own. Yeah. I was thinking to myself, wow, look, it done my head in for months. It did. Yeah. And then I realised they put bases on all these. And basically, like I said, listen, we're not going to kill you or eat you or nothing. Yeah. We need all this, but we're going to create our food source down here. So don't worry, everything will be sorted, right? And what they do is, we'll get back to what I was trying to say, what I forgot there. You see humans' time, history timeline, like just for instance, like Saxons, dinosaur, like our history time, each one of them time lines, yeah, is a reset. You see the Roman Empire and that lot? No, they're all bullshit. It's all made up. It's all to cover a reset. And the resets, the reason reptilians done a lot of resets, yeah, was because they was enhancing and manipulating us, our vessels, yeah, to get us to where we are now. So we're edible, and proper vitamin, proper nutrients for them, basically, yeah. And that drug, yeah, the adrenaline. Because what happens, you see, when you get scared, yeah, when you get scared or adrenaline rush when you're training, you release toxins in your stomach. And these toxins rush through your body, yeah, into your adrenaline, into your adrenaline, but your blood. Once it's in there and it's peaking, yeah, and you see all the people sold their souls and that, yeah, and you see them all killing. There's a lot of filmage for these bastards killing these kids, yeah, but they do master it. But see, reptilian, they know as soon as you reach peak fear, scared, yeah, they're like chomp.
And I've heard,
right off.
I've heard that with children, that the pitch of their screams and the terror inside of them, that they vibrate with it. They love it. They can't get enough of it. It's so disgusting. And but let me ask you this: so when you say Gateway 10 is artificial, you mean it's a divine creation as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't make it. They didn't make it. They came here. Let me finish. Let me finish, please. Because Gateway, I want to know this. So they came here and bastardized it.
Yeah. Look here, look. But over past 6,000 years, Draconians completely re-engineered Earth's matrix. Yeah. They even, where is it? I'll put one on it.
So all the discs, did they have life on them when they came here? I can't hear you. Your microphone's not on. I can't hear you. You can look up there and see if your microphone is on. That is so weird. Well, listen, if you want to, we could just end it now, and I'll just say we ran into technical difficulties again, and we'll just, because we did get a lot of stuff uninterrupted. That sucks. Can you hear me? You can still hear me? Okay. Well, why don't we just, not fight it and just go ahead and say, okay, well, you know what? We got a lot of good video tonight. You were uninterrupted, and I got to ask a lot of questions. And guess what? You could be thinking about what you want to talk about the next time. I know people are going to want to know what to expect to see when the dome is, because we haven't even gotten to that part yet, where the dome is removed and what's going to be behind it, because that should be, maybe. So, yeah.
Just quick, Roshan, yeah?
All right.
The last 30 years, what they've been offloading on me,
Yeah.
it's humanity's information. It's not
Okay.
mine. It's humanity's information. Quick, Roshan, yeah?
Right.
But everyone who's been profiting on information will not be evolving. They won't be evolving this time around. This is like there's profiting and then there's profiting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of people over on YouTube. Yeah, who's
stealing your shit, huh?
But the thing is, Roshan, I'm not worried.
Yeah. Well,
there's shitloads of good people above our heads, and they're all aware.
I think the best thing you can do is write it down in a book and publish it. It's the only way.
But listen, other than that, yeah, I've been waiting ages for me and you to have a chat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I watched Linda for a long time before, because like I say, through the years, yeah. Listen, Roshan, I've explained about looping quite a lot in one of the videos, yeah. But I've been looped here 3-4 times, offloading information.
What does that mean?
That means, you see all these people who think they're psychic and mediums and tarot card readings and all that lot. It's got nothing to do with psychicism and all that sort of thing at all. It's to do with when you die and you get sucked up through that white trap, yeah. That white light trap, what it used to be, it was reptilian grey technology. This is the technology they use on their ships to abduct you from your houses. Yeah, you know that saying in films, and they go, "Don't look at the light, don't look at the light."
Yeah, right.
Because it draws you in.
That's
what that is.
I can't say, I can't say for sure because I don't have any evidence of that. But
listen,
I know for sure that we have been under control by these reptilian beings.
Yeah.
That the Grey has been being sent here to do their bidding.
6,012 years.
And about 6,000 years. Yeah.
To be exact, 6,012 years.
6,012.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it's going to be 6,000 next year. So there's a lot of calendar shit that's all crazy.
Roshan, I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
Who can go back millions and millions of years. I mean, true millions of years. Not all this bullshit they've been
but
scamming every with the last 20 years.
Prove it, And that's the thing. That's the thing that's different with my research. I only use evidence. I only use evidence where I can go off of.
I proved it just in my first 3 videos, fella. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen them.
I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
In human history to tell you why the sky's blue.
Why is the sky blue?
Because it's a plasma screen.
It's a what?
It's a plasma screen.
A plasma screen. Oh.
We got 3 domes over the top of us.
Yeah.
Dome is 2 lenses tight together with plasma in the middle. They can see in, but we can't see out.
Huh.
They've been showing. Listen, they've been doing programs like Big Brother and all this sort of stuff, putting it in your face for kids. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they're watching everything that everyone does.
But I'll tell you now, the reason how you caught my attention, Roshan, because I will give it to you. You was the first one who I see what sort of suss that out on the outside of it. Yeah. All that above your head ain't what you think.
Yeah.
See them 3 domes over the top of us. They act like lenses. That's to make you think that everything's further away than what it is, but it ain't. When they move that first dome, and realm 1 and realm 2 becomes one realm, you're all going to see what I'll be going on about.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I personally have a feeling that the stars are closer than they tell us they are, but that's all. I mean, that's just an opinion. As far as being able to prove that, you know, the sky is a plasma screen or any of that, I can't. But it's an interesting perspective.
Listen, when they brought out the curved plasma screen and started selling it to all the wallies around the world, I just couldn't stop laughing.
I think that the moon is a hollowed out planet that was towed into orbit by some group of extraterrestrials at some point.
You're right. But listen, Roshan, everything round, everything, don't matter what galaxy, what gateway, what part of the universe, everything round is artificial. Yeah? Nothing's round. Nothing's round, fella. All right? Trust me on this one. Right? Every single word I've said, listen, I've had to keep a lot of information for the last 30 years. The information I've had to keep in, what I've gave out the last few months.
Right.
Yeah. Is well, it's made me feel happy. It's released a lot of pressure.
I think that
you're quite on it. You're on it with a lot of stuff. You see the alien interview.
The alien interview?
The alien interview, the one where they're interrogating him.
The EB3?
Yeah. That's a real alien, but it's a forced, staged interrogation. Yeah. So, listen, and the fella they're talking about, you know, when they're talking about this one man, can like destroy the planet.
Yeah,
that's Putin. They're trying to say, listen, Putin's the number one white hat.
Do you think it's Putin?
Putin's the number one white hat. He's been working for Trump for over 27 years.
Oh, I have no doubt he's on the right side.
Yeah.
Considering all the Nazis and all the Illuminati trying to send in all the money. And
I'll tell you something now. You see this Ukraine business?
Yeah.
Nothing's going on in Ukraine. Nothing.
Nothing. I think that they've been doing the whole adrenochrome harvesting thing there. I think that's the last stand where they've been doing it.
I'm just about to confirm what you're just saying.
Yeah.
4 years ago,
right?
Just under 4 years ago, Putin went into Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2 days, he liberated Ukraine. He took out the rest of the Khazarian mafia and the Nazi army who was working for the crown and the bloodlines, etc. Yeah.
Right.
And once they was there, they saved nearly 62,000 children from the biggest child trafficking hub on the planet under Ukraine. But the media didn't. But the media didn't tell you that. They told you that he's a psychopath.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
The media is doing that again with Russia saying that they're taking Ukraine children and twisting their minds and re-educating them, and it's Russia who's the problem.
No, Ukraine.
And, it's really sad.
Ukraine's been taking a lot of children out of Russia over the years. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And they've been using the Russian mafia.
Yeah. To do it. Well, of course, the Russian mafia is satanic as well.
Yeah.
Many aspects of it are satanic.
Every last kingpin, big trafficker on the planet.
Yeah.
The heads of the mafiosa, Italian mafiosa, the heads of the cartels.
Right.
Don't matter what cartel is. They're all reptilian.
Yeah, they're all Illuminati.
Yeah.
They're all Illuminati.
Right. You see all the Nazis on the Holocaust camps during the World War II. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it bang on. But listen, all those Nazis on them camps are reptilian.
Right.
They were reptilians. They're in human form. Where do you think they got all these torture devices and all this torture mechanism from? Humans didn't know that.
Well, I've personally met a reptilian with my own eyes, so I
have a few of them.
That they're real.
Yeah.
They're walking among us, like they look like us, and when he met and he showed me, when his eyes turned to slits and he grew like 3 extra feet, and he was like above me, and I was like, oh, yes, sir. It was like, he was overwhelming, and it was intense, and I had no idea what was going on because I wasn't interested in this kind of stuff when I was younger, but I know for sure it's not just them. It's very multifaceted. It's very complex. And so what do you know about the Orion group?
The Orion group. There's a the Orion group. There's a few. Yeah, I'll tell you what I even got them written down here. Yeah.
So what I heard was
you got the Altarians, the Amphibians, the Draconians, the Antarcticans, yeah, and the Butters.
you see. I don't. You see,
these are all reptilians.
I don't. Yeah. You see, I don't have any solid evidence that I can definitely, say that all of these beings make up the Orion group. All I can say is that the Draco are behind the Orion group. Is there another species of reptilian behind the Orion group? I don't know.
Listen, yeah,
but they are using the Greys to send the Greys here. So
there is higher reptilians. They're called the Omicrons. They're called the Omicrons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Draconians.
But I really can't, until there's solid evidence to make that true.
And at the end of the day,
it's
right,
just hearsay.
Let me just tell you this. At the end of the day, it ain't really got anything to do with reptilians. It's the demons.
Right.
The demons, what possessed and fucked up the reptilians. Yeah. Right. Because before they come in here, they had this plan for about 100, 200 years before.
Right.
They come in here to take over. Yeah. And when they first come in here, the reptilians, yeah, I know this for a fact, because I showed this umpteen times. The first thing they done when the reptilians come in here, they opened up a portal from the second realm, let the water into the first realm, and flooded the place out, killed as many as possible. That's why Atlantis is underwater. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with any Bible verse.
But you understand, you understand what I'm saying, though, right? That for me to make it real, I need the evidence to make it real. I have evidence of Orion, even Draco. The only thing that I have evidence of Draco is actually real is the NASA logo has Draco star constellation in it, and the Space Force logo has Draco star constellation in it. Other than that, I have a ton of people's hearsay, writing, saying they're part of the bloodline, saying it's Draco. Other than that, the NASA logo and the Space Force logo having Draco in it is very significant. That's solid evidence that says, yes, that the humans are aligned to those groups. So
now my evidence is like on a completely different ball game, completely different level to your evidence, Roger. Listen, what they've shown me, right? Listen, I'm no fool. And everyone what knows me in the UK and in my family, they know I'm no fool, right? I'm not stupid. All my life, from 19 years old, if I don't see it, hear it, smell it, you haven't got me. If it don't make sense, it's not true. Yeah? But when you're getting full-on clear visions for the last 30 years, I'm 47 now, yeah, right? Let me tell you, what's coming, mate? This is going to blow you away, Roshan, yeah? Listen, I'm going to tell you something now, Roshan. You don't even realise yourself, fella, yeah? You don't even realise yourself how you even worked out what you have, yeah? You subconsciously, listen, when you realise and understand the full weight of how everything works, yeah, subconsciously, light form weight, and all these other, listen, humans are so far in, they can't see out. They've been blinded. And I was impressed because with you, Varshan, you was the first one. I thought, hang on a minute, this fella is just about to work out why the sky's blue. He's going to work out the lenses, the domes over us. And you got to a certain thingy and you held up, but you blew me away. Because some of the World War II stuff.
World War II.
Listen, Roshan, on my children's lives now, mate, yeah? There's nothing I don't know on this planet. Right? I might only know the basic on it. You might come up with a lot more detail on it than me.
Yeah,
I don't know. But see, the World War II stuff, you shone quite a lot of light on. It joined a lot of stuff for me. Yeah,
I'll never forget the day that it happened because I was going through all of the evidence. We have like a half an hour of these Nazi UFOs flying around and, patents and shit. And I'm going through this stuff like, wow, this is incredible. They have this technology. How did they get this technology? Well, we also have William Tompkins up and down all day long. They were given the technology from the Draco, from the Alpha Draconian. And, I was sitting there and I was like, wow. So could you imagine if the Holocaust was connected in this in some way,
It is.
in a trade? And I was like, because I knew they were mutilating, what they call it,
Russian,
mutilating, harvesting.
When
Yeah.
you worked out and mentioned the Holocaust, Russian,
Right.
you was the first human.
Right.
In the last 20 years, I thought, oh my God, this fella.
No, I was the first one. I was the first one to realize that the Holocaust was part of this trade that they had going.
Listen,
and
humans
then,
wouldn't have no technology.
And then I found evidence. And then I found evidence.
I know. But I'm saying, if it wasn't for children,
yeah,
humans wouldn't have no technology. Full stop.
Now, people don't think it's evidence, but it is. With the Nazi death marches being in the shape of Orion, their symbology will be their downfall, and that's what it is.
Listen, reptilians been re-engineering this place for the last 6,012 years to
their
benefits.
Yes.
Their benefits. A slavery and food source. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
All these luxury nice things around you, all this unnecessary stuff they've convinced you that you need, it's just to keep you all sweet and distracted. Yeah? That's all it's for. That's all it's for. And they've ended up in it so deep, they can't get out. Yeah?
Yeah.
All the technology we got, no one would have no tech. You wouldn't even have a digital watch, if it wasn't for child trafficking. If it wasn't for child trafficking, you wouldn't have nothing. Yeah? Because you wouldn't be no use. You wouldn't be no use otherwise. So you wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah?
Anyone.
Well, when I started out doing this research, I was contacted by extraterrestrials. They came to me. And a week later, the Nazca alien mummies came to light by Gaia TV. They're the two species that are totally two different species of extraterrestrial that were found in Peru. A week after that, I connected the little beings to King Akhenaten. They were the same species. And I looked through all of history, found them everywhere throughout all of history. Babylon, in Sumerian times, you could see the little beings being at war with another group and being taken over by another group of extraterrestrials, which was probably the Orion group and the Draco. But
you see them little aliens?
You
see the little aliens you're going on about?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Atkins or something, didn't they?
A10.
A10. You see them?
Yeah.
They are a species. They're groups of advanced scientists, species of aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the group that about 13, 14 different galactic councils all come to an agreement to give the job to create humans for this realm.
Yeah.
But just as they created us and passed all, don't forget, they didn't knock us up in 5 minutes. It took many, many years, it did. 22, 23 different DNAs.
70,000 years, that's what I heard. 70,000 years ago, and 70 different corrections. That's why there are all these different prototypes before human beings, like the Neanderthals.
Right. But once they cracked it, because you see Earth, right? You see the pole, the pole's like a valve, They can judge frequencies and electromagnetic fields to what they want in it. And the black sun used to sit at the bottom of the pole.
Oh, really?
The black sun acts like a negative battery.
Yeah.
Everything positive, that battery will change into negative, and it will blow up through the pole opposite the valve. Yeah.
Yeah.
This will help benefit the fuck up and the bad energies what come from us. Yeah. That's what the black sun is. That's all the black sun is.
Well, I've heard different. I've heard that the black suns is one, the alien symbol and what the Orion group goes by, the black suns. But that's number two. The black suns is also a human, like the Illuminati, black suns, like the Vril. It's one of these secret societies groups. And, I've caught a few of them.
But they've took it, Roshan, right?
Yeah.
Just on this one. They took it there.
Right.
Because the black sun is a tool. The black sun is a tool to this place they set up.
Right.
It's like a negative battery.
I've never heard that before.
It's a negative battery. It sits at the bottom of the planet,
Right.
The planet's flat. Underneath all the discs, there's 15, 16 discs in our gateway, And most of them you all think are stars, but they just zoom them in and out all the time, And at the bottom of our planet, Roshan, it goes like the bottom of a boat. And the reason why it goes at the bottom of a boat is so it counterbalances the planets. Yeah, if they get knocked, it counterbalances. In the bottom of our planet, what goes like that, what counterbalances, that's where the inner Earths are. The place is huge, bro. The place is huge. It's the biggest disk in Gateway 10. And that is why they wanted to use it, because Earth's disk had enough space to split into 3 realms. Yeah.
I honestly, I don't believe that, but it doesn't mean, you know,
Martian, mate, I've been
there's so much stuff.
Listen,
you know,
mate,
I have no evidence of that. You know,
I've been trying to tell you this for a couple of years now, mate.
Yeah.
I've been prepped for the last 6 months for 30 years, mate.
Right.
For 30 years.
Right.
You watched my videos, yeah? I've done them all in order. I've started from 6,012 years ago,
Right.
all the way through, and I will get to eventually to this day today. And I'm also explaining what's going to happen before Christmas, yeah? And this is a million percent. I've been prepped by about 17, 18 different councils, Ross, for the last 30 years. They've looped me back in and out 3-4 times, fella.
Yeah, you've had contact with them. Well. You've had contact with them.
Contact.
Yeah.
Does Mr. Kipling bake cakes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those contacts?
They talk to me how I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
They have done from 9, 10 years old.
Oh, really?
10 years old.
Yeah.
And the first thing what they used to do was put me in moments. And when I was in these moments, I could never see my arms and legs. It used to freak me out. Don't forget, I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
One of the first moments they ever put me on, was on trains, black trains. It used to scare me to death. And these trains were full of children. Some of them screaming, some of them seemed drugged up, some of them just lost. And I couldn't get my head around it. I was 10 years old. I couldn't get my head around it at all. Yeah. And when the Arcturians first used to come to me, they was the first ones. When I was younger, I used to love a children's program called Danger Mouse, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Now, an articulant who I call Aldo, I've called him this for years and years and years. When he first used to approach me, he used to mimic Danger Mouse. And the reason why they do this, is to gradually bring you in, because your high sensory, if you got a high sensory, all kids have got high sensory, but some high sensory kids, their sensory goes through the roof. Yeah. And you're looking at one of those kids, right? I'm not special. I'm a nobody. But I've passed certain things. What a lot of these troopers, people like Kerry Cassidy, David Wilcott, Corey Good, listen, all that information they bang out, comes from me.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh yeah.
Me. Trust me on this. You're going to all find out in the next couple of weeks. You're going to all find out. You're all going to find out.
No.
Listen, I'm not here for a laugh. I don't profit a penny.
Well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not telling you that you're wrong or anything like that.
Know everything.
I just disagree, and that's okay.
Listen,
I believe what you're saying. I believe what you're saying because I've had contact. I know that they're real.
Yes. Listen, I haven't just let. Listen, they don't just come in at different. Listen, I've had many of them.
Yeah.
Listen, when you got a high sensory as a child, right, and you got certain parts of your brain activated, what some people haven't, because don't forget see the peanut band is covered in crystals, and what they've done over the years is turn them crystals black. They poisoned them. Yeah. Well, positives from a child, they've intervened. They've intervened a lot because some of us are quite significant here. Yeah. And the reason why we're quite significant is because of what's about to happen. If you didn't have people like me around now in these last stages, everyone would be pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But what you got at the moment, you've only got a handful of me, but you've got the same old bullshit truthers what's been around for the last 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you now.
I know.
Every psychic, every medium, every tarot card reader.
Yeah. Right.
Right. On the internet, even if they're not aware of it.
Right.
Their information comes from me, Roshan. You will learn this in a minute, fella. You're going to learn this. I'll tell you. You're all going to learn this, right?
Well, I mean, you know.
Listen, Charlie Ward,
right?
Nino Rodriguez, Janine, all the cavalry, all they got over there. And I'll tell you one thing and all while we're on this subject. Yeah, what pissed me right off. Yeah, is how Charlie Ward disrespected you.
Who, me?
he disrespected you, Russian. He didn't.
Really?
He didn't appreciate you.
Oh,
He didn't appreciate you.
I don't mind. I mean, you know, those
I know
guys,
you don't. I know you don't.
they wanted nothing to do with me because their subscribers got really freaked out when I started showing them the evidence of the Nazi UFOs, and I started talking about time travel, and they got all freaked out, and they got rid of me, and then told all of their friends, you want nothing to do with this person. So they cut me off completely, which is ridiculous considering I'm the first one to come out with this stuff with evidence. There's a difference between people's hearsay and someone coming up with hearsay and evidence to prove that this is what's going on in our world. And I think it's important.
Listen, I'm not on hearsay evidence, mate. I've got about 13, 14 different galactic councils been coming back and forth to me since I was 10 years old.
I believe you.
But it's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant who believes me. That's never bothered me from day one. Who believes me ever?
It's not easy because you know, I've had traumatic encounters with these beings, so I know it's not fun.
And I've told Belinda and Blue this, and they know this. They've sussed me out. They know exactly who I am. There's not. I know every single last lying soul on this planet. If I don't know you, it's because I haven't met you or seen you yet. Yeah. The only reason why I'm sat here talking to you now, Ryshan, is because I know what you've accomplished. Yeah. And I know where you're coming from. And I know that a lot of people haven't appreciated it. And I know that it's nearly made you ill.
Yeah, it's made me very sick. Yeah.
Yes.
Very depressed.
I know it has.
Because I know it's it, and it's enough to say, okay, guys, time to tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
And you have to look at the grand picture. It seems to me like, you know, it seems to me like this positive group has been walking the satanic group direction of being totally boxed off.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. They can't get out of the box that they're in. They have to proceed in this one direction, and that's going to be the end for them. And I think it's this whole Ukraine thing. A few months ago, Christian, a few months ago, Nathaniel Rothschild wrote, we have to put in everything we possibly can. Otherwise, we're going to lose it. It's going to be all over.
Yeah, let me just stop there a minute. You're talking about but who said that they said that?
Rothschild? Well, it was.
Listen, they're not around. They're all gone.
You think they're all gone?
They've been gone bloody 4 or 5 years. Oh, my mate.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't believe
the
that.
only ones left, Ryshan, the only ones left in real one with us now are all the minions. And I'm talking police.
Yeah.
You know, all the minions in your everyday life. They're the only ones left, and they're totally unaware that they're all the ones who they're working for. Yeah. Some of them are aware.
A lot of people believe that, and I understand.
There's no one there.
I just don't have the evidence. I mean, I see people. I see people. But I'm saying,
I don't have to believe it. I know it. I've seen it.
Okay, well, I don't believe that.
You don't.
I've seen
There's no one there.
The evidence, but I just don't think that's enough.
Ryshan, look at me. Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
There's no danger. The sheep don't know that. The sheep don't know that. And that's good, because they're not meant to know that.
It would be nice.
There's no danger there. There's no danger there.
It would be nice if they were taken out already, and I hope they are. But you know, it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like they're still there, and they're still.
You know how the whole of Hollywood was executed? Do you know that execution list when you see all the Hollywood stars on there? Yeah, right. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all that. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
This is how Hollywood was took out.
Yeah.
Right. And it's classed as an execution. That's what's on the execution list. Most of Hollywood wasn't executed at Gitmo or anywhere like that.
Yeah.
Most of Hollywood and all the big stars like in the UK here as well, like other places like Hollywood, with the big people.
Yeah.
All these people, the reason why the execution list went up to 2.7 million so quick.
I remember when it came out. I remember this person went to Gitmo. That person was executed.
How most of Hollywood was executed.
Yeah.
Right. 5 years ago, 17 different nations, different nations, right? Yeah. Trump and White Hats, they seized the biggest shipment of kill vaccines you've ever seen in your fucking. These ones would have done everyone in a couple of weeks, no doubt about it, right?
Yeah.
But at the time when they seized these vaccines, they was raiding a load of adrenochrome torture camps underground and up here.
Yeah.
But now listen, what they done was, what they was going to stitch us all up with, was put in, tainted into the adrenochrome. This is why all the famous people around the world.
Yeah, I heard that too, but you know,
this
just
is how,
hearsay.
this no. This is how they was executed. Listen, you're going to find out as well, Roshan, that some leaders and your world's most trusted and loved, some of them people who's having an injection on the TV, some of them was fake needles, because they needed them to carry out their job for a little bit more longer. But let me tell you, some of them people, famous people, leader and rich people on the TV who was having shots, they was having their lethal injection before your eyes. They was having their lethal injection on TV before your eyes. This is how it's been done. Listen, for the first 2 years, Roshan, they even had Rommel death. You know what Rommel death is?
What is it?
You know what the Rommel death is?
No.
This is where they can go and jump off a building and kill themselves.
Oh.
But they've got to do it. That's called Rommel death. But Trump stopped it after about 19, 20 months because all the ones. Look, you're going to see the lists of the different executions and that on the 10 days when they locked everyone up for 10 days. That'll all be. And listen, see military tribunals. And on the motherships above your head.
Right.
You'll see proper shape shifting. Not shape shifting what you see on here on the computer and the internet. No, you're going to see proper morphing. Morphing like you've never seen in your life before.
I don't know. I just don't have any evidence of the whole Gitmo thing, and you know, so and so has been executed, and so. I mean, you can believe that if you want, but
I don't have to believe it.
I've seen it. I remember when it came out. I don't know. So it's the same thing with the solar flash. You know, I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Don't worry about the solar flash. Listen,
I'm
do you know
not.
what the solar flash is? Roshan, do you know what a solar flash is, Leo? Do you know what that is?
Well, yeah,
No one do.
a solar flare.
You know what the sun is? Do you know what the sun is?
Yeah, I believe it's a electrical discharge.
What, a ball of gas?
Electricity.
No, it ain't.
Well, I've heard that it's electrical.
No, it's not. I showed you this when I was about 12 years old. I know what it is.
But I can't prove anything.
The sun,
is a
set of lenses filled with plasma.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when the sun starts turning white, this is where they've offloaded the plasma into certain mineral grounds around the world to embed their gold. The sun is their gold supply. The sun is a set of lenses filled with plasma. When that sun turns white, all they do is pull up round the back of it and fill it back up with plasma, just like your plasma bulbs in your TV. And the moon directs the sun. The moon pulls the sun. Everything you've been told, and everything. Listen, and I'll tell you the most maddest, funniest thing about it all as well. Fuck evidence. Don't worry about evidence, Roshan. Right. Listen, tell you, I've been showing the same thing over and over again from a kid, and I've been laughing at humanity for years because it's just in your face every day, but people don't see it. Right?
Well, my reason
worry about
based off of the evidence,
because everything I've said, every single word I've said for the last 30 years, especially the last 6 years, I haven't been wrong. Right? And don't worry about evidence, proof, showing you, saying you, and knowing the detail and knowing who. Listen, Roshan, mate, I am on a totally, completely different level to you. You got, listen, no disrespect to you, mate. You're a lovely fella. You're a lovely fella.
That's fine.
I'm talking about evidence.
Yeah.
Evidence can be played with. Evidence can be mistreated. Evidence can be changed. Fuck evidence. Evidence ain't worth a bolt. Use your own eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Your own eyes and ears. If your eyes don't see it and you can't hear it with your ears, right, then fuck it. Why are you going to believe it? Why are you going to believe someone? Why are you going to believe someone who you don't even really know either?
Right.
What I've been saying the last few months, is accurate. It's bang on. I was prepped for the moment. There's a couple more of us there. I haven't come forward yet. I know who they are. One of them's a Dutch girl. She's about 47, nearly 50 years old. I don't know what she's playing at, but she should be out and about like me by now. And another one, He's from South America. He's Peruvian, and I don't know where he is. I think he is around, but he's on a non-English speaking internet channel, or whatever. I've seen him even. Actually seen him. But listen, there's a few of us. Roshan, mate, you gotta pull yourself forward more, mate. You're more intelligent than that.
Well,
don't be stuck in the same mud.
listen,
Listen,
it doesn't matter. Overall, I can definitely say that aliens are real, and that humanity has been under attack. And I can definitely say that based on the evidence that I've researched. What I'm saying is that I can't say that what you're saying is.
Listen, I knew about crop circles. I knew about crop circles. Yeah. When all you lot were still scratching your asses, when the CIA was paying farmers to tell you all it was them.
Well, I started this research about 5 years ago.
Yeah, they say no more. That's what I'm saying.
And we have evidence on video of them making the crop circles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's real. And we have
it's real. Listen, do you know how they done the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
How?
It's how they did it.
How did they do it?
I think they put explosive in there. I think it was mostly explosive.
That was rigged.
I've heard a few things.
That was rigged with C4. They used C4, but
C4. But they used holographic airplanes and flew holographic airplanes into them. And then what I heard was a space laser hit them. And
listen, I've explained it in detail. It's easy. Yeah. It takes about 3 minutes to explain how they've done it. Right. You know about certain species of spacecrafts.
Mm-hmm.
You know the egg ships, what they use to do the crop circles with.
Well,
the reptilian like egg craft ships, but the Grey use them a lot as well. It's the Greys what do the crop circles, right? But you see them ships, the exact ships, they used 5 of them to pull off the Twin Towers. Yeah, you had 3 of them in the sky, in a triangular formation. Yeah. What gave off lasers, holographic lasers.
Yeah.
What hit the 4th egg ship. Yeah. What formed the 4th egg ship into the hologram of an aeroplane. And then you had the 5th egg ship on the other side of the building, because the one that had the hologram on it, flew through the building, hit the sensor button in the middle of the energy direct weapon, what was planted through the middle of the building, not just C4. This is why that building turned to dust in midair before it hit the ground. It was energy direct weapons. Yeah. That is it. No aeroplanes, no drones with holograms on them. This was 5 reptilian crafts, and they've done the same for the first one, and the same with the second building. That is it. That's it, mate. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you, the world's so-called most intelligent person on this planet, thinks he can go back thousands of years. All these archaeologists and historians. I know that all the real artifacts was dug up a long time ago, and they put all fake fossils in and all fake artifacts. They even go through the extent of building underground tombs, underground cities. So when us plonkers come along and find it, that will throw you off still from the real thing. These people ain't stupid, Martian. The lengths these people go through to hide stuff is beyond your imagination, fella.
Yeah, no, I've been watching. The Pentagon come out and say stuff. I've been watching the Pentagon come out and say stuff, and it makes me want to throw up. It's awful.
What's it awful?
But did you hear about Orion 23?
No.
Orion 23?
No, tell me about it. I will.
NATO got together with France, and France got together with a whole bunch of other countries, United States, the UK, Netherlands, Spain, a whole bunch of other countries, and held a pre-strike into Ukraine, into Russia. They're doing war games, and this was about 2 weeks ago. NATO named them Orion 23. I mean, if it couldn't get any more clearer, with who they support. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
Orion 23 is what they named it.
Thing is, I can't concentrate properly. I'll tell you why I can't concentrate properly. Because I know that all what you've mentioned so far ain't there no more. It's gone. All the danger, all the hard work, it's gone. Roshan,
you think there's nothing going on?
No, listen. when they started this plan from day one,
Yeah.
they worked from the top of the pyramid down. They're at
Yeah.
the bottom of the pyramid now. Do you know what the bottom of
Okay.
the pyramid is? The minions.
Yeah.
The foot soldiers. Yeah.
But
And
that's
the reason why, listen, the reason why they've left the minions to the last bit is
right.
because on the 10 days of darkness, when Marshall Law comes in,
Yeah.
that little lot will
Right.
be a piece of piss.
So what is going on? There's no war going on?
No, there ain't no war going on now. No, there ain't no war going on now, Roshan. Do you know what? I'm blown away that you're not awake to that bit, fella.
No,
I
don't agree. I don't agree
There's
because
no
I have
war going on at all. Listen,
I think it's dangerous to think that
Listen,
nothing's going on, that it's all fake. I just think it's very dangerous to be.
All the other discs. Listen, there's 14, 15 other discs in our gateways. Yeah, they've all been liberated. Yeah, these are the other the reptilian occupied places. What was in our gateway? Yeah,
Yeah.
There's been a war outside there for 6,000 years as well, Roshan. Yeah,
I have no evidence of any of that.
No, I know.
You know, and
what?
until it comes to light, maybe
No.
they were all taken out 4 years ago.
No, it's all
I
wrong.
wish I could say for sure.
No, I know for sure.
Okay, that's for you.
No, well,
I can't say anything about that. But you know, it's not about Q. Q has never said anything about them being taken out 4 years ago.
They're all gone. They're all gone.
Q has never said that.
Listen, the crown.
Right.
The crown was took out like 2019. All the danger, was gone. If they wasn't arrested, they was all killed trying to escape. A lot of them was all trying to escape to Australia, to the last porthole out of it. They wouldn't have escaped nowhere anyway, because the Galactic Alliance and other councils put a barrier up around Gateway 10, so no reptilians can come in and none of them could escape, because they was all being tried for crimes on humanity on all the other discs as well. Yeah, that barrier had been put up since just after Trump beat Hillary. They put that barrier up. Yeah, right.
What about the double cross?
You know what? I am totally blown away that you're not aware of this, Roshan.
It's not.
All this stuff. Hang on a minute, because I'm baffled.
Yeah, that's fine.
All this stuff, all that stuff, and all that information is worked out.
Right.
What no one else has worked out.
Yes.
And you haven't worked all this bit out.
Yes.
That is blown me away.
Yeah, I haven't worked any of that out because I've found no evidence to it.
That's not.
And I'm the best. There's nothing like me.
I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't say that, Roshan.
I figured out World War II and found evidence to them trading the
Yes,
Jews.
but Roshan, fella, listen. Everything you worked out. Listen, on my children's lives, everybody's watching. Hand on my heart.
Yeah.
Everything you worked out.
Yes.
Everything you know.
Right.
Everything you've done on your own. What's made you ill?
Right.
I've known since I knew all that at 10, 12 years old, Roshan. I've known it all, and you got some of it wrong. Yeah. You've got about 45% of it wrong, mate.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, I wouldn't say wrong, but
no.
I mean, I was going to say that we
listen, because we're on it now, because we're there and we're on it now. Yeah, I've got to tell you, yeah, because I like you. I've got to tell you.
All right.
45% of what you think you've worked out is wrong. You've done a
Okay.
good job on the rest, but it's wrong.
Well, that's your opinion, and
That's not my opinion. Listen, Roshan. Listen. I've got over 14.3 million people watching me across this internet at the moment, right? Let me tell you now, as it stands now, this day today, right? Trump Alliance, Trump camp are all aware of me. They've been aware of me for a long, long time. Let me just tell you something now. As this day stands today, right? I am the most forward, the most awake, the most intelligent, the most knowledgeable person in Realm 1 now as it stands. And I've proved it for years, especially the last 6 months. I've proved it hands down.
Okay.
Now you today have blown me away.
Okay.
I thought you was more ahead of it than that. But what your problem at the moment, Roshan? Yeah, at the moment, yeah, you're stuck in a walk. You're stuck in this walk with all this evidence and that right? And you can't get out from where you are. It's making you ill. It's making you ill. It's making you ill. You need to snap out of it, fella. I'm here to help everyone. I'm not here to battle with people. Yeah, and you listen, trust me, I love you to bits, fella. I don't like Linda and Blue, I tell you. I don't like a lot of people because I know what a lot of people are. Yeah, I've looked you from day one.
Listen, if you want to believe in what you believe in, that's up to you.
Listen, in
For me,
another couple of
wrong
weeks'
about it,
time,
that doesn't mean anything. I might not see differently than you. That's all.
Yeah. But if you say that you've had a couple of visits, yeah,
I have.
enough. You should near enough. If but sort of like you should be near enough on the listen. I've been. They've looked me here. I've been here like I've been here for like. I was one of the first souls before the reptilians came here. I was one of the first souls to come in Gateway 10 and to experience physical life. Yeah, the first few million what come in here, I was part of that. Yeah, and I still am now, mate. Yeah, and the knowledge and history. Listen, I can go back millions of years. The most intelligent so-called person on this planet thinks he can go back. But listen, he can't go back 400 years. Yeah, been a university, college, private schools, all these master degree. Listen, they've been thrown off. They've been palmed off. Yeah, listen, I've been debunked big time the last 2 weeks, and I'll tell you why I've been debunked the last 2 weeks. Yeah, because I put a massive dent in profiting. Yeah. What people's been bullshitting about the last 15, 20 years, I've crushed it all in the last 3 months with truth, with sense, reality. Yeah. You don't have to believe something. You use your own like, savvy, your own eyes and ears, your own heart. How about this? You listen, you should know a liar. I know every liar. You're not a liar, Arshan. That's why
I go off about what I can see. And what I can see is that no one's been taken out yet. They're at war with each other still. It's still ongoing. And when they can't go any further, that's when it will chop the heads off.
You know, one of the first
and then the truth will come out. There wouldn't be any reason for it to drag on like this.
Listen, the first attack on the reptilians, was on the other side of the screen, yeah, out there. But the first attack here was this. They blew massive holes in the bottom of the ocean, yeah, and let the water in the ancient dams deep down, yeah. They drowned them. They drowned them out. And listen, can you remember going back about 6 years ago, right, when all the naval, the military at sea, what they call it, all like the battleships and all that from different countries. On the news here in the UK, they were saying, yeah, many nations all linked, coming together. They're doing like an exercise at sea, and there's shitloads of them. And I mean, you've never seen so many battleships on the ocean ever in your life before. And the reason for this was when they blew the holes in the bottom of the ocean and thugged most of the reptilians and the greys and all the other demonic species out, what was down there at the time, yeah. Well, some of them obviously was going to try and escape, and try they did. And this was what happened. The reason for all the battleships at sea was when they was all trying to escape, they was all flying out of the water in their crafts, and as they was flying out of the water, they was getting shot down by, I mean, thousands of different battleships. Every single UFO craft that come out of that water that was trying to escape didn't make it half of a mile.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Down, right?
I've never heard that before.
Explain every single scenario and how they worked down and took everyone out, all of them. Like George Soros was killed trying to escape, and do you know what he done as well? He grabbed about 9-10 children and tried to use them as a human shield, and 3 or 4 of them children got shot because of that bastard. But he was killed, yeah. But what they do, because they're not human, they can sit them on ice, yeah. And the reason why they were sitting them all on ice and trying to keep them all alive was because they wanted to try them in the court against crimes in humanity and execute them. They haven't just been executing them down here, Russian. They've been executing them on motherships the size of cities up there. Listen, the EMF flash, right? This is how it's going to happen. It's the only way it can happen. You're going to have 2 huge motherships the size of cities sat behind the sun lenses. They're going to fire into them lenses full of plasma. That, because you see the sun, it's, you know, the front lens of a telescope is flat and then it rounds out at the end, doesn't it? You know, it's flat and then the other side is sort of rounded, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's Yeah, that's the shape of the sun, like a fisheye lens at the front. Yeah?
Yeah.
When they fire this technology into their lenses, what you lot call sun, ball of gas, or whatever you think it is, right? That will give off the biggest EMF flash ever seen before. But don't forget, they're not going to remove the firmament until they've done the EMF flash, because they need the firmament there to work with the sun lenses. And don't forget, we live in an optical illusion. There's shitloads of mirrors and lenses up above your head, right? They can create 4 different suns by using lenses.
I've never heard that. I've never heard this before.
I know, because you won't hear it, because no one else knows it. Oh, listen, you're going to get your head around this in a minute, Martian. I am only here for one reason only. Yeah? To prep, cushion the blow, yeah, and explain all about the 30 seconds of the, listen, everyone, we're going to have a worldwide near-death experience. You've got to have a near-death experience, because every soul on the planet has to be in light form for it to shift. Light form can't stay in a vessel during a shift. Yeah, it can't happen.
Anything's possible.
No, that can't.
I don't know.
No, that can't happen. No. Light form can't stay in its vessel during a shift. No. That's just like stopping time. Yeah. You see, demons are the only negative and any sort of energy what exists in the universe.
Yeah.
What can stop time? What can stop the moment? But they know they can only do it for a certain amount of time.
They can do that.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that.
Yeah, they will. Positives won't, because they're not psychopathic. They won't risk to do this. Listen, the reptilians have broke so many galactic laws. Yeah, it's just beyond. Yeah, and the laws what they've come in and gradually give humans and made normal to humans is, like, you know a bit of that yourself, Martian. It's just beyond. Do you know what I mean? What they've made humans think is normal. Yeah, is like, listen, positive extraterrestrials to get their kids to sleep at night. Yeah, they tell them stories about this place. Yeah. There's no 7 heavens, no 7 hells. There's only one hell, and we've all been living in it for 6,012 years. Plural, full stop. That's it. Yeah? Heaven is 5th dimension and upwards, where we should all be. Yeah? Every single soul originally came into Gateway 10 for one reason only. It was designed for us to experience all aspects of physical life. Yeah? When we have the EMF flash and that hits you, yeah, that's going to activate, that's going to fix your 5th DNA and activate the crystals on your pineal gland. Therefore, you're going to have flashes of previous lives. Yeah?
Okay.
What you're meant to have in the first place. You're meant to experience your previous lives to make your mistakes up when you come back again.
Maybe.
Yeah? But what the reptilians and Greys done, they fitted an amnesia vortex. So when you die, that vortex will suck your soul up. By the time you come out the other end, you're none the wiser. But sometimes when you come out the other end, when you hit about 8, 9, 10 years old, the positives intervene. And what they do is they loop a memory in your brain, right? And some people, listen, psychic mediums and all that lot, they're just, that's human language. These words don't exist out on the other side of that lens. That's just language what's been formed on this side in here with us. Yeah? None of it exists. Just what we know, right? No one's...
What is
telepathic as well, Russian? And the reason,
I know.
Right? And
I know
the reason why they took our telepathy away was so we could all lie and bullshit each other, rob each other, rape each other, kill each other. Yeah, we would never see it coming. Yeah, if it was all telepathic, we'd all be living in a 5th dimensional world because everyone would be all peace and harmony.
Right.
Yeah? If I was going to kill you, you'd know about an hour before.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's true. But
they tuned your brain to 2.2%. Yeah, and then all the rest of their technologies and mechanisms they brought into brainwash and poison you. Yeah, it's just beyond. And when you all find out you've got a plasma screen over the top of you, yeah, and they can see in and you can't see out, right? Yeah, and Halley's Comet, shooting stars, icebergs, everything you see flying around in that airspace above your head in this side don't exist.
Well,
the only thing what exists are UFOs and military UFOs. And you know yourself, Russian, only 2-3% are the real thing. Yeah, most of it's military on exercise. Do you know what I mean? Trying to scare the public and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you know a lot about that. So
yeah, I think there's more UFOs.
Listen, I ain't done this thing with you to be able to you because I love you, mate.
That's all right. That's fine. Hey, listen, you're entitled to your own opinion. If you want to have an opinion on the way things are, that's up to you. Okay? It has nothing to do with me. It's not going to change my mind. I'm
very surprised.
You know, that's very nice that you believe that stuff, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
No, but this is,
Yes, I agree with you because I have no evidence of that. You
I know,
understand?
but that stuff to me, the stuff what I'm talking about, what you said,
Yeah.
well, yeah, look, I think there is a bit of a war going on. That to me,
Yeah.
is laughable
Right.
because I've known for many years each
Yeah.
step it's took for the last. Listen, see
I
when Diana,
understand.
you know, when they faked Diana's death, right? The second day, I had the articulate come to me and say, Christian, don't panic. She's okay. You're going to learn more as the years go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, whoa, hang on a minute. And it's the same when they sold Maddie McCann. The second day, I knew she got sold. The second day they sold that girl, and it wasn't on the time they said it anyway. It was fucking 2 weeks before. This is to throw all the public and everything else off. Yeah. Same scenario with John Bonet. Yeah. It's all the same parents. They're all members of cults.
Yeah. But I only go off of what I can prove and what I can't prove. And I've looked into that and I didn't see any proof.
You won't see it.
I don't see
my
it.
information and visions come first hand from the other side of the screen. Your information and evidence comes from in here, what's been played about with by deep state hackers, people trying to throw you off. Listen, see people like David, all these people who most people have been believing for years, like Kerry Cassidy, Pete Peterson, David Wilcock, all these other people, even that fella, see that bald fella you speaks to from the Navy, the Army, what's his name?
Jaco.
Who? No, not Jaco.
Michael Jaco.
No, not him. He's the one who he does the UFO programs on the CBS channels and that, doesn't he? What's his name? Was he something to do with the Air Force on controls? Bald dead. Yeah, you shows his video all the time, doesn't he? When he starts telling people about
John Lear, John Cooper, Bill Cooper.
No.
I don't know.
He tells you about I'll tell you what else he tells you about. He's telling religious people that like you're gonna be a little bit upset, like
Elizondo.
Yeah. See that man?
Lou Elizondo, yeah.
There's some truth.
He's the head of the department, the head of the
he tells you a little bit of truth, yeah.
Okay.
But 70% what he's telling you is throwing you all off. That man ain't good, mate. He ain't good. He's not on our side. He will not be evolving.
Well,
everyone, listen, I'll tell you something now. I'll tell you. Let me just sum it up. Look this minute, Bryson, right there. Anyone on this planet who's used my information to profit over the last 40 years or 30 years, yeah, even if they're unaware of using my information, yeah, they will not be evolving. They will not be here on the ship. They'll be cut off to the place where they'll all go to evolve. Because when this shifts into a fifth dimensional planet, yeah, you cannot have no negativity here, not even 0.1. And there's a lot of negativity amongst the 78%, the sheep, and that's going to be there for a long, long, long time. It can't stay here. Yeah?
I don't know what's going to happen, but I think good things are going to happen.
I do. I've known for. I'm on 46 now, so yeah, 46.
I'm 42.
I've known for 33 years. This was all meant to have happened in 2016.
12. Oh.
It happened in 2016. Listen, when you all find out who the Trumps and Kennedys and Lincolns and Assanges and Teslas and all these other positive families, when you all find out who they really are,
right.
They've been here keeping the balance with 13 bloodlines. And don't forget, there's 6 more bloodlines above them 13 bloodlines what people are aware of. There's 26 bloodlines above the draconian bloodlines are Omicron reptilians. These are the daddies. These are the ones with wings, what their wings work. Yeah? You know, the big ones with the wings, their wings work. See draconians with the wings?
Yes.
Things don't even work.
Well, listen, I heard that in 2016, the Dracos, the positive aliens, showed up here and erected something around the solar system called the barrier.
Yeah.
And they captured the Alpha Draconian living here.
Yeah.
And they forced them to leave and let them go back to Draco, but had to surrender the entire Illuminati below them. And they did.
Have you seen the map? Have you seen the map behind me? Have you ever seen it behind me?
No.
No,
Do you have a website?
bloody hell. Go on Linda, McAllister TV.
Yeah, I've seen some of those videos, and they're terrible. Of you, very choppy, chopped
Yeah.
up.
This is how I talk.
Box.
Listen,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the map. of
No,
Gateway
do
Pen.
you have a good picture of it? You want to send me a couple of pictures?
All right, let me get one through it. Can you see that? I'll put it's the barrier around it and everything.
Right,
But see there? Wait, where's my hand? See my hand?
right,
Yeah, I've got it all up there. See, that's the barrier.
right.
Yeah, look, I've put there, look, it says, look, I'll read it to you. Listen, there's no one on planet Earth that got that map behind me. Yeah? No one.
Well, so I
The barrier was put up by the
Yeah.
Galactic Federation. The
Right.
reason for the barrier going up was
Right.
stopping them to escape. Yeah?
okay.
Because listen, where do you think David Wilcock got this bit of information from? Yeah, this makes me
Right.
laugh, this dude.
That's where that's where I got it from. Was David Wilcock?
Yeah, but David Wilcock, right?
Yeah.
He went about the royals, the crown and that, yeah.
Right.
What happened was when Trump come to the UK,
Yeah.
they said, like your days are numbered, yeah.
Right.
They turned round to the White Hats and Space Force and that, and they went, listen, if you let us all go, we'll give up all the ones what's been selling you out, all the 2-3% what's been selling you out, yeah. All like the human changed like vampires, all the hybrids, all the child kids, all the ones what's been causing the mayhem, right, yeah. And they turned around and went, no. It's all right. We already know. And you're not going nowhere. There's a barrier up. No one's coming in, no one's going out. You're going to be tried for crimes on humanity.
Yeah. That's what it is.
These
Yeah.
are the days, you see, like people like Henry Kissinger, all the old boys who's been in. Yeah. They was all took out during the first days. You see the Pinder, Jacob Rothschild, he was took out before the crown.
Oh,
That's why I'm blown away watching. I can't believe where you paused that. You've sort of gone flying along.
Well, I know that. I know
along, and
I know that there has been a shakedown of the Illuminati. To say who's taken out now and taken out then, I don't know.
Do you know anything about
Hello?
Do you know anything about the Bermuda Triangle?
Hello? Christian? Hello? Hello? Whoa. I guess I lost him.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Pearson. I'm here with CHRISTAIN21, and we're talking. And we just came up with this sort of game plan where I am going to go over some of the stuff he's already said that I've highlighted here that I think is very interesting. And I want to make sure that people understand his answers to this. And so we're talking about this, Christian, is positive spraying is killing the reptilians. So the chemtrails, and you can say how long in a minute, how long they've been doing the positive chemtrails, but they're to heal us. But at the same time they're healing us, they're killing these reptilians, can't take it. So that's correct?
Yeah. Well, they've been spraying us with toxic metals and chemicals since World War II. You're not going to cleanse in the sky and the ether and the magnetic fields, yeah, in 5 minutes.
Right.
So what they've been doing, every negative technology, yeah, it can be made as positive. Well, it was made positive. All technologies are made positive, but they make it negative. So everything could be positive, beneficial for us. But what they've been cleansing is the sky, the grounds, the trees, the animals, us, everything what breathes, everything what needs oxygen. Yeah, it's being cleansed. Yeah, and another little thing, I think they've been flushing iron through the water system for the last couple of years as well.
Oh, well, but just to reiterate the point, it cleanses everything, but it doesn't cleanse them. It hurts them.
No, they can't breathe. It just makes them, and there's no adrenochrome, there's no trafficking going at the moment, so they're double fucked. You know what I mean?
And triple screwed, I think, because I don't even think I've heard that when they can't get it from humans, they get it from clones, which are humans, but you know what I mean? It's a clone. So it's not as strong. It doesn't it's not the same, so they don't even have that because of all the underground cloning facilities have all been destroyed, I think. And that brings me to another point that I have written down here that you said that in the future, clones are going to be outlawed.
Yeah, everywhere. You won't see a clone outside this gateway. Well against the law. That's just that's like depraving someone's way. To make a clone, you need someone's stem cell from their stomach and a few other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially here, cloning will be like boom. Listen, they had cities, little cities, hidden secret cities. Those just clones. Yeah. And that was backup food. Look what you're just saying. Backup food. Yeah. They'd go in there, look, with a super rich one weekend or something and go on a right kill spree. Yeah. Right kill spree and that. You know what I mean? And they send the peanut people in after and they put a load of new clones in there again. You know what I mean?
Well, that's another thing I wanted to talk about and reiterate for people that didn't catch this, that because I watch these trials and these murder cases and you can see it happening. They have gradually practically decriminalized murder. You go up there and they'll give you 2 life sentences, but you're eligible for parole in 2040 or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, 2 life sentences and they're eligible for parole. A life sentence is not a life sentence, and they don't even give the death penalty anymore. And they've made it so that if you do if a jury does come back with the death penalty, they make it so expensive so that the criminal has all of these luxuries and they go through the system and they bleed the court system dry. And you think to yourself, it's a broken system. No, it's not broken. It's not a broken system. It's working for them. It's covering up their crimes, correct?
Yeah. Listen, when you walk into a courtroom, it don't matter what courtroom it is on this planet, right? Everyone in that, even your solicitor, even the one who's got all your things in favour, he's on your side. Well, you get that impression, yeah. But let me tell you, every last one in that courtroom, apart from you, are all in league with each other. They couldn't give a monkeys about you. All they want is your signature, so they can all get paid. Yeah, right. But they're all on the same level. The judge, and most of them are paedophiles. Yeah, most of them, even the jailer that walks you up probably one. You know what I mean? Listen, when people realise and understand the full weight, that only 60% of the population in the first realm, are human. So what's the other 40%?
Yeah, and the crazy part is they're putting these things right in front of us. Yeah. I mean, they're everywhere. Look at this. What's her name? Versace.
Yeah.
You know that Donatella.
All the designer names. Yeah, they're all.
They all look like monsters.
Yeah, but they're all named after like high satanic priests.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, see the 26 bloodlines above the 13 bloodlines. What we know here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 26. Wait a minute. Well, you just said it. 26 bloodlines above the 13 bloodlines that we know here.
And they're all Venetian. They're all Venetian, family, sort of, so to speak. This is where Gucci and Armani, that goes right back. Yeah.
Okay.
They us all with their clothes.
But that brings me to another point that I wrote down. Ted Bundy, the serial killer, was from the 7th. You said this. The 7th bloodline. That's pretty high up. There's a lot of Bundys too in politics. Yeah. And
what do you think the man got? Listen, most of these serial killers, right? Trust me on this one, right? They could catch these psychopathic people, right, in a few hours.
Yeah.
This place is rigged to the eyeballs. It don't matter. When it's it's a blind spot. Yeah, no. You've got 4 lenses over your head. There ain't no blind spots. There's nowhere you can go. Yeah, they can see you. You can't see them. Yeah, plural. Yeah, and look, I said to all the intelligent people out there, right, you don't have to believe this because in 3 or 4 weeks' time, when they start really giving you some info, really making you shake your boots, you're going to find out that this nobody here who's trying to out was right all along on everything. Yeah,
Well,
when I'm wrong, I get told I'm wrong, and they put me right. Simple as that. Not me.
and it is very much like flat Earth. So a lot of flat Earth people are going to be able to understand it. You know,
Listen, nobody looked upside down, right?
yeah.
No one looked upside down.
But also about Ted Bundy, I wanted to, because you said this, and I want to make sure people heard that Ted Bundy was never executed. He's the seventh bloodline, and he was never executed, and his killings were satanic sacrifices.
All of them. Look how he positioned them all in the forest.
Yeah.
The FBI and that all knew, yeah. But
Yeah.
some people looking like spitting into the tents, not instead of spitting out, they're like, oh look, this psychopath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's another thing they do. They have these programs about how, oh, they're sociopaths or psychopaths, and they get up there and they talk. These doctors do these blowhards. They get up there, they start talking about, oh, well, when he was a youngster, his father shot his dog, and start making all these excuses for these people because they have to be out there to cover for what they're doing.
Listen, 9 million children go missing year in, year out, without fail. More than that, probably, without fail. Yeah. So you need as many psychotic, child killing, serial rapists out there as possible. Listen, most of them, yeah, right, and I'll know this for a fact. If they listen, this is the sound mad, but if they are very good at what they do, yeah, they're cloned. They put the clone in prison, and they let him out the back door. Simple as, yeah. And what they do,
you can really,
what they tell the public is, oh, he died of cancer. He's just had a heart attack. He's just hung himself. Yeah, all right.
but this goes to what you were saying earlier about the level of lying.
Yes, the level of lying. This is what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I've got more respect for the world's most educated, because when they do wake up, they work this out better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do this. That's why I'm going to keep that there, Linda. Because the more everyone keeps zooming that in and looking there, the more it's going to make sense to you, and the more you're going to realise that them people in them schools, colleges, and universities took you right up the path. But it's not their fault, because they've been took up the path as well. Right.
A lot of them really believe it. You know, like you could talk about the medical profession.
Yeah,
it's still acting like it's something you should get.
Some of the ones that wake up towards the end, it'll be a bit too late, but they're going to be kicking themselves. You know what I mean? It's just going to be like.
It really shows you how asleep they are, though, that they're not paying attention, and they're not paying attention to all these people.
Some of the things what's happened in the last 3 years, I have to just turn everything off, shut my eyes, because it just baffles me. Like how people can still be sat there scratching their heads. But these people are more worried about their new house, phone, car, clothes, being better than their neighbour. They're all in competition. Yeah. Listen, these demons have done it. Listen, all the the reptilians were good at lying anyway. They're compulsive lies. Yeah. When these bad boys, teamed up with them and had one over on them, basically.
Okay, so wait a minute, hold on, okay? We're going to talk about that in a minute. I have a couple more questions. I know people are going to be interested. I want to clarify these things. Okay, 2 more things. Number 1, you said there are videos of their adrenochrome harvesting and ceremonies and stuff.
Yeah, there is.
There are videos.
Loads. Not a few, loads.
Loads.
And there's all the famous people, rich people, and all these people, 78% are going to go, no, what, you're trying to tell me they kills kids and rapes kids? No. Not them. But whatever it is, what's took over the body.
Right, because no matter, they have to be shown this stuff, because as you try to explain it, it sounds crazier and crazier, right? It's not them. It's a walk-in or whatever, you know. But that was another thing I was going to reiterate, that a lot of these people, they get killed right away as soon as they sign over the permission and they have to sign over for it to allow someone to either occupy one of their clones, I guess, or
the main deal was, when they came in, right, don't forget the 1800 what come in here were possessed by them. This is what
the 1800 reptilian.
Yeah, but the 18 what came in, bought like the top chief demons there, or like they came in. And
and that's next. Wait a minute, hold on. One more question, because I know you said this. I wrote this down, and you kind of blew past it. And I don't know if anybody else heard this or not. But did you or did you not say that JFK helped to after that he was never assassinated.
No,
He escaped his own death, and that he got to work to he helped form Q.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But JFK Senior was the first one to actually form like alliance like with the galactic people. Yeah, because as I said to you, we should have all woke up a long time ago and just ransacked them all and got rid of them. Yeah, because as soon as 8 billion people wake up, they run for the hills. Yeah, they would run for the hills. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's crazy. What's going to happen? Right? This is JFK Senior. Yeah, listen, this man got the ball rolling. This man did. This man got the ball rolling. But what happened was it was getting so out of hand. Yeah, the people outside they had to come in, they had to step in. Yeah, because by the laws they weren't allowed to help us. They can give us a little nudge or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to directly help us. But you see, when they showed me information, I could be pickled and it could do my head in for like days. And they still won't look. They give me little pointers to look somewhere. And sometimes I'll be a bit scarred, like, oh my God.
So what you just said is, let me just, because I think I understand what you just said, is that when you're getting information and stuff like that, they're not going to give you every bit of information, just like Q wouldn't give us all the information, would just push us in the right direction, but we had to find it out.
Yeah, but you see all this?
Yeah.
I've known about all this from a young age, but they haven't showed me all that until the last couple of years sort of thing, yeah?
So did you know it as space?
No, because if I knew it all then, back then, all of it,
yeah,
they wouldn't have thought I was going to do it then. But now, Linda, listen, all you people out there now, let me just say this one thing, got to show you. Listen to tell you. What's about to happen, yeah, in the next 3-4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, is beyond your imagination, yeah? All these people who ain't going to bother me, is it going to affect me, who ain't got a clue, listen, they want to grab your attention, yeah? They want to grab 7 billion people's attention. And I'll tell you something else to know, there's a lot more people on the planet than what they tell you, yeah? A lot more. This is because of them taking people. So we never noticed how many people they're taking, yeah? It's
right.
Beyond, yeah? There's a lot more people on there, what you think. But,
well, so that was really important. I wanted to know about that I did hear you right.
Yeah, JFK the ball rolling. And listen, these are positive families, yeah? Listen, they're just as clever. They had Project Looking Glass as well, yeah? So they knew what was going to, how it was all going to go down that day when he got, they see him. They knew where they was going to do it and everything. Yeah? And that's why you see the 2 people in the front, they was positive ET. Oh. The 2 people dropped. One turns around and goes at that.
Yeah.
Watching, so it looks all like they're good people. They were good people. They could switch around. They kept the last second and everything. But let me tell you,
you're talking about the guys that were driving the car with positive ETs.
JFK Senior, I think he only died a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, and that is when JFK Jr., his wife Trump, and Diana took the full role. Took the full role. Yeah, and listen, Diana, bless her, as much as she's seen how we're going to react, she's still nervous as hell. Yeah, still nervous as hell. Yeah, and I said in my head, she'll probably get it somehow. I don't know, or for another way. But she's got nothing to worry about. She will be the loved woman again, the most loved woman, because people are going to understand why she done what she had to do. Because if they didn't fake her death, they would have killed her, the Crown. Yeah,
right.
And
I've heard that that's the whole reason why she was born.
Yeah. They swept for a virgin to produce 2 hierarchy sons, sons. Yeah, they would have been the new owners. See, eventually, Harry and William. Yeah, if he would have gone on, they would eventually become the overlords, the representatives of Orion. They would become the overlords, and I think the Queen, the reptilian, what's been in that vessel, would have just gone back after I've done my job, sort of thing, gone back to the other hierarchies, on the other planets and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the 2 boys would have took over the show. You know what I mean? And this is what they do.
You can start now because you were telling me that outside Gateway 10, right outside Gateway 10. And remember, I don't know what you want to talk about first, because remember, we haven't talked about the dome yet. And how there's a lens over, because we got cut off. We got cut off.
Can you see this over here?
Yeah, can I go over it as I know it and you can correct me if I'm wrong? So right there, that's the earth, and it's like light bulb shaped almost. And so, well, with the dome it is anyway. But without the dome, it's got a boat-like shape, like a boat craft. And so these are the domes on top. And the colored in one that's closest to the Earth's surface is blue, right?
That's the blue screen.
That's the blue one. And it's like plasma somehow that's been trapped in between ice.
Listen, when I was younger, you see, when they first put the plasma TVs out,
yeah,
I sat there, I thought, is someone going to wake up?
So that's right. It's plasma, but it's contained by temperature or ice or something. Yeah.
But the sun, the reaction is from the warm light from the sun, and then with the cold light, it gives you a little sneak view, not far. I uses all the lenses to make everything look far away and close up and that. You know what I mean?
So what we're going to see when the lenses start to come down is that everything is a lot closer to us.
Now listen, this is going to be the bit what's going to freak most of the 20% out as well, right? And I love you 20%. You've been my saviour last few years. You've all been my saviour. Listen, there's a couple of ways, right? And I'll see this like a HD movie. It freaked me. I woke up. Like immediately, I woke up and I thought, I was gutted that I did. But that blue, when they put that one in, the reptilians and that, right? When they put that in, it was put in, like, you know, when you build something, you think, right, I'm going to put that in so it can never be moved. Yeah? I'm that confident, I'm not going to ever leave this place. I'm going to leave. Yeah? It's like that. So basically, what I see, right, and it makes complete sense, right? And I think it's one of the scariest sort of events, when they do it. But what's going to happen? They're going to freeze it. When they turn that off, when we have the blackout, right, they turn that off, right? And what will happen when that turns off, because it's sat on an ice ball, that plasma, right, 800-mile thick ice ball, 800-mile thick, right? That will freeze. Now, all you people who don't talk about the cold shifts and cold periods and whatnot, you're living in a fridge, a caged fridge, basically. They've been pulling it on you there. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, let me stop you for a second. Let me stop you for a second. Is that what that ice wall and that it's blue? Did they make it blue to look like a sky?
We cover it here, 3 ice walls. They wasn't all white. They wasn't all ice walls at one point. I mean, I think the other 2 lenses was sat on some sort of technology thing, But I don't think, because I've seen this, and it was about 1.5 million years ago, and it was all like, it wasn't cold. It didn't have much ice. See all here, that's all like forestry and like all
like a terrarium, like a terrarium.
Really nice.
And also, I want to make sure people know that in between are other ice walls, and it's containing atmospheres that house other ETs, correct? But they're not being housed as food. No. They're actually.
You've got the rainbow children in it, but you've got them in here as well. You've got them in the mountains here with us.
What are they called?
The rainbow children.
Rainbow children.
What is that? Children. They're like South American looking.
South American.
They've got green, and I mean like green eyes, green. And they're used. You see, when I was younger, I used to see them a lot because it used to ease me and calm me. Because I've had about 15-20 seconds experience.
So let me stop you and ask you a question. So in this second ring of the Earth, which is flat on its base, and but it's a different kind of atmosphere, frequencies, all kinds of things that for these rainbow people and everything. I mean,
the ethers, magnetic fields, and the oxygens, and that, and them are different. They're a little bit different, And the reason for that as well is, listen, they went through great depths,
But are they hosted by the reptilians? In other words, the reptilians still have control over everything inside Gateway.
They have control, but the demons, they have a little bit of a foot ahead of them, though. Listen, it's only because of the demons how they got this opportunity in the first place.
Okay, so you're going to talk about the demons in a second, but I want to get this clear. When this thing starts coming down,
what happened? They freeze it, And us on this side, what you'll see is, you'll see the green, red lasers. Some people always awake and might think they're like energy direct weapons. But they are. Well, they are, really, yeah? But what are they going to do? They're going to cut big ice cylinders out of them. Big ice cylinders like that. And all of a sudden, you'll see them go like suck this way, yeah? And it'll last for a bit. It'll last for a bit. It's thick, yeah?
But you're saying we'll watch it go away? Like
you won't be able to miss it. You won't be able to miss it because there won't going to be no clouds. Or nothing. Everything will just be put back the way it's done. And it'd be clear as crystal. It'd be cold for a little bit. I mean, like even in the Caribbean, it'd be cold for a bit. But they're going to do it as quick as they can. I think. Well, I think they are. They do it as quick as they can. They can leave little bits of it there. So I think.
So what's happening to the other? What's happening to the other beings?
I was just about to say something, and I got stopped. No. Sorry, no, because it's plasma. No, they can't leave anything spare because you can't let. That's a lot of plasma.
Yeah. But what's happened? Did they move the other beings from out of there? I mean, do they have to move these other beings from out of there?
No, because straight away, yeah, temporary, they probably put some sort of a thingy. Some sort of, I think some of us, you see when that flash hits us, when this would be two huge motherships beyond the lenses, again, lenses, yeah, the sun, yeah, for you out there, no balls of gas. You can't have a ball of gas in here. If they can't control it, it can't be in here. You can't control a ball of gas and it's dangerous, yeah?
Okay.
It burns to death. It's lenses filled with plasma.
So they are going to, with all of this, having the flash and everything, it's going to neutralize all this so that they're
going to cut huge cylinders like this out, yeah? And when the lasers stop, all of a sudden, those things, what you see cutting like that, they start to move back, they go like that. They move. And people will be shitting their pants, right? It will be moving like that, slowly. Like a cork out of a champagne bottle, yeah? Yeah? Because what they do, they suck it out and go push it out away. Yeah, so it evaporates out away.
And it does, it like melts or evaporates.
When I see it as well, straight away I thought, it just makes sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, let me go over this again so I make sure people understand. So they're going to lift these lenses up off of our atmosphere and one by one, and they're going to slowly lift out.
No. You're going to have a shitload of them do loads at the same time.
Oh, really?
You see just a few first, but then all of a sudden you'll just see it'll look like a Jean Jar like festival. You know that French geezer who used to play the keyboard with all the lights. It'll look like that. Yeah, this will get people's attention. Yeah, and then a couple of other little scares they're going to do. But when that cylinder is sucked out, and all of a sudden you see dark, yeah, you're all going to see the biggest fucking motherships you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
And you see these 15 babies, I think I've got it right. What's the name? The thingy woman, she probably might correct me. I might have missed one out, I'm not sure. But anyway, these three here are there.
You'll see them.
I could throw a stone at them.
Well, that's what you were saying. Everything's going to be a lot closer than we think it is.
But the Orion lines, see the Orion lines, yeah?
Yeah, the Orion lines, yeah.
I could get a catapult, yeah? Only figure of speech, I'm just trying to explain how close.
Yeah.
And I could hit them. Yeah? I could hit one of the fuckers on it. Yeah?
They're way closer than we know.
But this is going to blow everyone away, especially people who think they've got all these scholars and master degree people who think they know everything and that I'm just a nobody. Well, hold on a minute. I know a lot more than all you lot. Trust me on this one. And the reason why I've come out all guns blazing at this sort of time is because now you're not going to have months or years to wait to see if I'm telling the truth. It's just along the road, just coming.
Well, let me basically go over this so that you could talk about what's on the outside of this system that's inside of Gateway 10. And we talked about this. They dumped them here, but they dumped the reptiles here, or these reptilian things, because they're so awful. And they came in like Billy the Kid. They didn't come in with their tails between their legs or anything like that. They came in here and immediately started their jerry rigging and their Lucy and Ethel crap, where they're building this giant thing to trap us. They found us, correct? They found us and they said, hey, we can use this. And they immediately started jerry rigging the whole thing. And these discs, were these discs there already? Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, there you go. There you are. I can see you and I can hear you.
Yeah, that's done it on its own then.
So yeah, okay, so you go. I'm going to
What
stop.
happens when I get to the good bits? It always happens when I just about to go to the good bit. That always happens. But yeah, listen, so they freeze the first two screens. Yeah, right. Listen, can you see this over here?
Yeah.
Right. Asteroids, comets, balls of gas, floating rocks, spinning balls, stars, shooting stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. When you're looking through your expensive telescopes and you look at all these fancy little planets, forget it. This is all bullshit. Yeah. Everything under that blue screen is a lie. I wouldn't be surprised if off was on and on was off.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say it again about the fact that it looks like an eye, and they can see through into us. They can see in, but we can't see anything above us. And that analogy in the Wizard of Oz, where the wicked witch, like Annie M can't. She doesn't know she's being watched, but they're the wicked witches, and she's spying, and that's exactly what they're doing to us, and they're telling us, like you said.
Well, World of Oz. This is just it's the people who are going to die when they find out this setup. Yeah, they're going to like. It's a good job I didn't say it a little while back. No one would have believed. Well, everyone just thought I was off me nuts.
But we can't see anything above us, and
this is all bullshit. Yeah, everything under that blue screen is a lie. I wouldn't be surprised if off was on. In stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. When you're looking for asteroids, comets, balls of gas, floating rocks, spinning balls, stars, shooting stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. It always happens when I'm just about to go to the good bit. That always happens. But yeah, listen, so they freeze the first two screens. Yeah. Right. Listen, can you see this over here?
Yeah.
Asteroids, comets, balls of gas, floating rocks, spinning balls, stars, shooting stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. When you're looking through your expensive telescopes and you look at all these fancy little planets, forget it. This is all bullshit. Yeah. Everything under that blue screen is a lie. I wouldn't be surprised if off was on and on was off.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say it again about the fact that it looks like an eye, and they can see through into us. They can see in, but we can't see anything above us. And that analogy in the Wizard of Oz, where the wicked witch, like Annie M can't. She doesn't know she's being watched, but they're the wicked witches, and she's spying, and that's exactly what they're doing to us, and they're telling us, like you said.
World of Oz, because it's the people who are going to die when they find out this setup. Yeah, they're going to like. It's a good job I didn't say it a little while back. No one would have believed. Well, everyone just thought I was off me nuts. Yeah.
But again, I think one of the most fascinating things that people need to really understand is how they rigged this with these discs and this energy that they have going on, where they've got these.
See that technology they got on the outside? Yeah, they could be out of this gateway on another one of their planets. Yeah, and they can see in.
So that's the all-seeing eye right there.
Yeah, all-seeing eye. Where it doesn't matter what planet they're on, the reptilians. Yeah.
It's bigger than you can imagine, which is what Q says. The all-seeing eye is bigger than you can imagine. It's this lens, just like in the Wizard of Oz, where they're looking in at us, and we don't even know where we are.
There's the pupil. Yeah. Now, if you turn that up that way, can you see what I've written out?
Well, I can't. You're off the screen now.
So, look, I've just put there. To me, this looks like a back of an eye. What connects to the brain?
Yeah. It
Let's
does.
define that bit, yeah?
Exactly.
That's what it is. And this is their negative force. So when all the positive comes here, it hits that and it changes it and it shoots out here and we get all the shitty poison stuff for that. This is
Yeah, and I think that has to do with their sigils and their Saturn, the hexagon. It gives off negative frequencies that affect our planet. So these sigils and stuff, and then all this screaming and these frequencies from their ceremonies and the blood spilling into the earth and everything, it all adds to this negative collection of energy, which then goes up into our dome. They're like gassing us with negative energy as well.
The moon sucks a lot of our bad energies, you know, our depression, our anger, and like jealousy. See, jealousy and depression, anger. That's like that causes, especially jealousy. Jealousy can cause like top frequency, like negative frequency for them. Jealousy is like one of the worst things amongst us. Jealousy. You know what I mean?
Well, all you have to do is
the reason why I poisoned our gland was one of the reasons is so we can bullshit each other. Yeah, we were literally telepathic. Yeah, all of us, even 78%. Yeah, all telepathic. Yeah, to a certain like distance sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? We was all like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what they did? They put our ego in the way of everything because we are narcissistic psychopaths. They've made us all into narcissists.